You are live.
Hey.
Oh. Hello.
Right.
Good thing that J-Rob wasn't eating this chicken and water. All right. So, I think I think, all right, guys. I think we're live. Sorry, everybody. We were in some having some conversations here that
Purgatory, for lack of a better description.
there we go. So we're live. Wow, that was weird. Thank you, Dale, for helping me out in the back end. Dale helped the brother out. All right. Well, normally we have the longest intro in on the internet, as Ish like to say. But fuck it, look at that. We're here. Hey, all right. Well, listen,
I'd rather not do that.
All right. Well, now I'm all thrown off. Son of a bitch. Okay. You guys already know me. Thank you so much for everyone jumping in. I know we're a little late for jumping in, but we had some technical difficulties that our buddy Dell took care of. As you well know, I already told you guys Dell was taking the month off, and we might be taking next month off as well. So in the meantime, I'll be running the show and bringing my amazing friends with me.
Shout out to Dell.
Yeah.
Hey, Abby.
Shout out to Dell. Abby, how are you? Thank you, everybody. So I don't know if you know this, Dan. So we have the Prairie Meadows Nursing Home that watches us every Tuesday night from Texas, and they all gather in the little commissary there, and they're like 20 deep, 30 deep at times, and they watch us every Tuesday. And Abby takes over and she types in their questions and answers and all that stuff. So, I keep saying one of these days we're going to make them all log in. So it looks like we have a shitload of viewers. Listen, guys, we're going to have a show for you tonight.
Do a stream from the road at the.
See, right away, you got the J-Rob issue. You got the J-Rob issue.
You have the remixed voice.
You had the remix
Matrix.
Voice. You had the Matrix coming in. Okay, what about now?
You got to do it on the road from the nursing home one day.
Oh, a visit. Yeah, right. That might
be a live show. Idea. They can see it in person.
All right. So we're going to do a bracket challenge, and let me introduce my friends here. We have if there's a face you haven't seen, it's because it's new. First time on the show. It may not be his last. Depends how he does in the show. Because I have the power. We have Dorf. We all know Dorf, right? Look at this guy. Where's Dorf? The Dorf. Dorf decided to show up in his minion outfit. And then we have
it's a darkening duck shirt, sir.
No. Then we have this guy. Look at this guy. Jesus, it's the best. You know that never mind. Then we have Ish. We all know Ish. And then my buddy Dan. Dan is with Tree City Comics on Instagram. Dan, I don't know what's going on with your internet, but it looks like you're tuning in from Venus. So, because it's all pixelated. All right. Does everyone see Dale? Does everyone see Dan kind of pixelated?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Dan, so your internet's a little wonky.
He's coming live from the Ukraine.
You're coming live from the Ukraine. Say something.
He's the 4-bit Atari version of Dan.
Oh, we can't even hear you, actually. Sorry, pal.
J-Rob has passed the curse on.
Yeah, he's passed the curse along to Dan. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do, Dan, once you figure that out, because we can't hear you and you're all pixelated. So maybe get out and come back in. I'll let you back in if you want. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you back in. So we're gonna do a bracket challenge, people. We haven't done one in a while, and the topic is gonna be best X-Men. That's it, just best X-Men. I thought about Ish when I came up with this idea, because I was like, Ish is a huge. In case you guys don't know, Ish is a massive X-Men fan, like nerd out. Do you have any X-Men tattoos, Ish?
I don't.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. You know, I thought. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought you would have like a Gambit tattoo on your back, like massive. What's the rules, Abby? What's the rules? Well, you know what, the guys.
I do have a hot pink tank top somewhere in homage to
I know.
Gambit.
Oh, do you really? That's nice. You
That's
have
my
a little
girl's.
banana
mine.
hammock.
It's my girl.
Okay. So, Abby,
My daughter.
your friends there. Keep saying that to yourself, Abby. The people there that you're taking care of, they know the rules. So, we will. It's kind of tough because I know a lot of you guys don't know who these X-Men. Hell, I don't even know. How many X-Men are there? It's like shitload, right?
Yes.
There is.
That's the answer.
It's infinite almost.
Okay.
Well over 100.
All right. So Abby, they'll tell you if we need a tiebreaker, we're gonna refer to you guys. Who do you think? Yeah, there you go. Even Dale's saying.
Well, here's the thing, though. I can already tell you now, without having any. I've never seen this bracket. I've never participated in this bracket. I can tell you now that they are going to include every character associated with X in the bracket. As, I mean, I once had made a remark on the Comic Menu podcast when someone who runs the podcast remarked that Scarlet Witch was an X character, which isn't the case. However, that's just kind of how people tend to look at the X-Men. The X-Men is on any level is, X-Men.
Well, according to Kate, it's approximately 284.
That's an
And
approximation.
they're going to probably show us the absolute worst ones that we never think about.
I'll tell you one. I'll give you a interesting tidbit of information. There is an X-Men character that it's actually really dope that we never think about, and he's written so that we never think about him. His name is Forget-Me-Not, and his mutant power is everybody always forgets him. So it's very likely that he's been and is currently an active member on every X-Men team. It's just his mutant power is nobody remembers him, and the character's name is Forget-Me-Not. This is real.
So he can go and do things and get away with it because everyone forgot who he was.
What's even better is they can rewrite every X-Men story at any given time and say he was there, because everybody always forgets him. Every once in a while, a Cerebro will pick him up. Professor X is aware that he exists. Something's happening with my mic. I'm getting some weird feedback. Is everybody else getting that?
No. Mm-mm. It's a weird night, man. It started off weird. We seem to lose Dan, and I don't know what the hell Dan's doing. I can hear you. Yeah, we can all hear you. All right. Well, we're gonna wait for Dan to get back, and then we'll start. In the meantime,
ridiculously obscure characters come on, we'll relay to Ish before we chime in with our opinions, because he's gonna know everyone.
Let's do it this. Let's go with here.
Sorry, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Something really weird happened with my mic.
Hold on here. Dan says he's back, which I don't think he is. Okay. All right. Do you see who that is, right? We're talking Wolfsbane and Longshot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Let's go with Dorf. What do you think, Dorf?
Power wise, I would probably go with Wolfsbane, but I mean, I'm gonna say Longshot because I don't care. I like the character.
Well, wait a minute. So this is what I want to know, because this is great. Because I'm glad that Ish is here. What is Wolfsbane power? So he's just a wolf.
She turns into
a
wolf. Not but a bipedal wolf. She can also turn into a full wolf, but generally a bipedal wolf, which enhances her strength partially. You know what I mean? And she's pretty much Wolverine, but stronger and not as good of a fighter.
And is that Will?
Young as hell.
I know. Okay. And what's Longshot's power?
Longshot's dope. One of my favorite
Mhm.
characters. So he's got
He's
the
got
hollow
the knives.
He's got the hollow bones. So I always say that Gambit was their attempt to recreate or replace Longshot and Nightcrawler, which he kind of was. You know what I mean? He just to fill that void. So his power is luck. It's oh God, I don't know what's going on with. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my mic, but his power is luck, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
If he's
All right.
operating for good, he can kind of change luck in his favor. And he can read the history of objects. Like he can pick up objects and read their history. I think he beats.
That's kind of cool.
I think he beats. As far as just experience, he comes from this world-torn Mojo-verse world where he's been put through, created for fighting, put through the ringer. I think he beats her.
Okay, so one Wolfbane, one Longshot. All right, J Rob.
No, I
Long
said
shot.
long shot.
Long shot.
Oh, okay. Dan,
Can you all hear
what do
me?
you say?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Can you hear
sound
me?
better? Yep,
And
you're all
you can
better.
see
You're all
you.
good.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh! I had to rearrange everything. Sorry. Yeah, I got to go with long shot on this one for sure.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go. Longshot. All right.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all right.
Keep in mind,
Okay,
he
here we
was
go.
on an OG X-Men team when she was still a New Mutant.
See, this is why we shouldn't have done this. All right, so we have now Bishop and is that Sunfire? Let's go with Dan. What say you?
I'm probably going to get a lot of pushback on this here, but I think I'm going to go with Sunfire.
Can we got a bottom? Can we put him on a bottom?
We don't have a bottom, unfortunately. This is a different situation. Dan, why?
Hey, Dan,
why
let me
is
send
that?
you a friend request real quick so I can immediately unfriend you.
Dan, so tell me why, Dan. Why do you think Sunfire?
I mean, I just think the general crux of Sunfire's power. I mean, what can Bishop really do? Truly, I mean,
Absorb
Sunfire can harness
Sunfire's
all of his
blast.
power every time he hits him with it, because that's what he does. Is absorb
He's gonna
energy
absorb
in
it.
all forms. That's literally what Bishop
I've
does.
never read many books, and I mean, again, I knew I was going to get pushback on this, but one of the reasons why I picked Sunfire over Bishop is because I never read a lot of books where Bishop convincingly beats anybody. He's always down for the count guy. So, again, I get the point, and on the surface, it could easily be made that you make the case for Bishop, but again, I think if I'm just like in a battle, I think Sunfire might just come out on top as the underdog, kind of sneaky winner.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it could go both ways. My opinion, I want to go with
No,
Sunfire, but I'm fine
we're
to take
going
the
with
heat on
Listen,
it.
man, stick to your guns. Even if
Stick
you're
to your
little.
guns.
I'll take the heat
Cap
on it. No
guns.
pun
Rip your
intended.
cap gun.
All right. Here we go. So one for Sunfire. What
Don't unfriend me, Ish.
what say you, J Rob?
I am going to select Sunfire for the loss.
You just can't give a fucking answer, can you? I
It's
swear,
jaundice.
man.
It's jaundice.
Bishop,
jaundice.
man.
It's gotta
Let
be
me ask a
Jonas.
question to the group. What class of mutant is Bishop, and what class of mutant is Sunfire? Are they both
You mean
alpha
as far as
mutants?
like Alpha, Omega? I
neither
would
of
put
them
both
are
of them.
Omegas, right? We agree.
Neither are Alpha.
Mhm.
Well, I guess you could put an argument could be made that they're Alpha. I would put them at Beta, but an argument could be made that they're Alpha class mutants.
See, I would have said Bishop would have been a Gamma class mutant, and I think Sunfire would have been an Alpha class mutant.
So I guess I don't know. So I guess my thoughts on this one are: I'm going to go Bishop. And I'm not a fan of Bishop. He's right under Gambit for me as far as characters that I hate. Just not a fan of Bishop. I don't really talk about him, but so Sunfire just doesn't have enough history, right? He joined the X-Men during the Giant Size era and then immediately left the next issue. Just doesn't have a lot of history in comics proper because he didn't really care about being a superhero. He just kind of cared about being loyal to Japan and, doing that stuff there. So if it comes down to it, Bishop's a warrior. He was a mutant cop from the future, right? Like he's a warrior and a killer and a fighter, and he's a battery. Like Sunfire he'd stand there and everything Sunfire hit him with would just make him more powerful. Literally, in order for Sunfire to win, it'd have to be a fist fight.
Ish. Does Sunfire have a protective layer that he can leverage though?
A protective layer of, I don't.
But that's not going to matter if everything that his even though he can absorb solar radiation, for his flight and for the blast, it doesn't matter because that just makes Bishop stronger.
Right, and Bishop isn't returning.
Yeah,
he's not returning what Sunfire is giving him. Bishop is returning pure energy. So Bishop converts energy into like if Cyclops hits him with an optic blast. Bishop doesn't return fire with an optic blast. He returns fire with the absorbed. He just turns it into energy and redirects pure
energy. Got it.
Pure energy.
Look at that. This is the reason why I have Ish on this show. So you're still sticking with Sunfire, right? Because you can't go backsies.
I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
But I think
right. Don't let us convince you because you're not gonna convince. No one's gonna convince me.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we know J Rob's going with Bishop. Ish, I'm gonna say you're gonna go with Bishop, obviously.
I'm going with Black Storm. I mean Maelstrom.
Okay. Maelstrom. Okay. You're just as bad as J Rob. Dorf?
I will go ahead and make it simple and say Bishop as well, because again, he'll just absorb everything the entire battle.
Okay. See, this is why remember Prairie Meadows. This is why you guys are the tiebreaker because if it was up to you guys, Sunfire would take it. So it's like,
can I just throw something out here though? Not to keep talking, but just a real quick thought as we get deeper into this bracket. If the fallback is always going to be anybody who attacks Bishop, he's going to absorb it and send it back. He's going to beat a lot of people that I just can't see in the books that I've read. He's going to be beating them. So I get
but
that he's got that power.
Not everyone is
not
shooting a energy blast at him to then be absorbed. Other people do fight differently, and that's where he's going to get his ass.
Yeah. I hear you.
All right.
Like he can absorb energy, right? But like Sunfire is not going to direct enough energy at him. Wow, this one is tough to do what like Juggernaut could do if he punched him. He could absorb the entire punch of Juggernaut, but he'd be asleep, if not dead. You know what I mean? It's like if Hulk punched him, it would kill him. Yeah, you absorbed it, but okay, you died.
God damn it, I missed it. Anyways, who was those two?
Monet St. Croix and Hope Summers.
Okay. All right. I can't make them big again, so.
Her name is Kim, and the other one is Hope Summers.
Okay. Who'd you pick, Ish? I'm gonna go with you.
Hope, but that's tough. But Hope.
Is that the homegirl in the red?
No,
up
top.
The bottom one is M. Her name is M. Monet St. Croix. Her powers are pretty much. She's got like this mutant genius. She's super strong. She can fly. She can read minds. She can pretty much do all of the basic things mutants can do. The basic things. Mm-hmm. She pretty much can do them all. But Hope Summers is an Omega level mutant who can amplify, can copy and amplify the powers of any mutant. She can wield the Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like she wins.
Okay, all right. So
I'm going to just power absorber like Bishop, right?
Say again. She's a power absorber amplifier like Rogue, but to the nth degree. Like whatever Rogue can do, she can do it times 100.
All right. So are we all going to agree with her based on Ish's feedback? Or did anyone of you guys have Dan, are you going to just go with that?
Yeah, I was gonna pick Hope out of the gate. Yeah, so I definitely agree.
And
I was going to
also
go
Dorf.
based off the last name being Summers. They're going to win a whole lot of these battles.
Okay, so
That's a
check
good
that.
point, Dorf.
All right. Oh shit! What's going on? It's not coming up big.
You
Son of
broke
a
it.
biscuit! I did broke it. Okay, hold on. Maybe
This
what's
one is
this?
tough.
Oh, here, look at that. All right,
But I do like Monet St. Croix, man. I'm a big fan.
there we go. Back on business, baby. All right, so we have now. Is that
Charles.
Professor X, Charles, and
Magneto.
That's not Magneto.
that's not Magneto.
That Cannonball.
That's Cannonball.
Oh, this can't be Cannonball. It has to be Cannonball.
That's Cannonball.
It's just smoking from the.
You tell because the big
Tub
C
water.
on his arm?
Magneto and Cannonball.
Who selected
Um,
these lineups?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Really
You know
bad.
who I think selects these? Believe it or not, I think these are like fan fiction. People make this shit and then just submit it. We should have someone like you, Ish. Actually,
I think
work on
someone
it.
like Caesar is sitting back there who's never read a comic.
I don't dislike Longshot, Wolfsbane, or even Hope and M. Like those two are really good combos to kind of ponder on. Like M is
What's-
really
what's-
like
What's
Nice.
Cannonball's deal? What's his power?
You see, he's flipping flies.
He's a
So-
cannon.
That's it.
he's
That's
a human cannonball. When he
Yeah.
and all he can do when he propels at that
projectile.
speed, he's invulnerable. When he's propelling at that speed, he could take a punch from Juggernaut.
Hey,
He's
I'm not
hot.
just asking. I'm just not asking for myself. I'm asking for the old folks, man. They want to know what's going on with this shit too. You know, I kind of hide myself in their crowd. So I'm like, yeah, what do they do? 'Cause
I think
don't
they're
know.
much more well read than you are, Caesar. And they
You
know what
son
they're
of a
talking.
bitch. Listen,
He pretty much becomes an invulnerable being when he's flying because he propels obviously the explosive force around. He's pretty much invulnerable when he's flying.
all right, Ish. So I'm assuming you're gonna pick Professor X on here.
Absolutely.
Are we all agreement the Professor X?
Yes.
1,000,000%.
Dan.
I'm gonna go with Cannonball just to make Ish
Yeah,
have
I
like
knew
a
it.
seizure.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew
No
it.
Caesar's
I'm
here.
kidding, Ish. I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I'm playing. This is a no-brainer, 100%. This is also
Listen,
probably going
even
to be
the
my
old-
last time invited to the show.
Listen, even the old folks are like, it's a no-brainer, Caesar. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's funny. Okay, so let's go with this guy. Here we go. All right.
Stop it. I hate this one. Why? Why'd you do this? Who did this?
You gotta help me
I
out.
don't even
You
know
gotta
who
help
was
me
that in
out.
red.
Who's that in the who are these two?
So that's Rachel Summers
Which one? This
on the
one?
left.
On the left.
Okay, on the left. Uh-huh.
And I don't remember her name. She's the girl from X-Men Unlimited Green.
Man, you're a fucking nerd.
I can't think of her name offhand.
Sweet
All
Tooth
she
Cousin?
does, all she can do,
Yeah.
she's a mutant terrorist, a bioterrorist, but all she can do is antlers.
Oh, so she's like Sweet Toofus.
Right. And Rachel Summers is freaking
Summers.
Jean Grey's twin. She's
How
Jean
many
Grey.
summers? How many summers are there? She's
I mean, we typically have one a year.
I mean, there's Cable, there's Rachel, Scott, Alex, Vulcan,
Well done, Jay.
Adam X,
Yeah.
Jean. There's a lot of them.
okay. So we're all gonna go with
Rachel.
Sweet Toofus or Rachel.
Rachel.
All right, here we
She's
go.
the best Phoenix, by the way. Man, stop it, man.
All right, so we're gonna go with who's that? Forge.
Forge and
Yes,
Storm.
that's Forge.
Storm. Come on, man.
There's no. It's sad that Forge is be eliminated just right off
But
the bat.
everybody would eliminate.
I like
Forge.
Forge, but yeah, there's no point if he's there.
What's
Hey, look at
interesting
that.
to note, though, for those who want some comic history, is when Storm lost her powers for, I don't know, 5 years, it was because
That's what you
Forge created a gun that took her powers away.
Oh, okay. So
Mhm.
it's technically
And
Come
if you
on.
watched X-Men 97, Forge is the reason why Storm gets her shit back.
Regained them.
okay. Or okay.
Spoiler
So
alert.
let's. Let's.
They should have watched it.
are we still going with Storm? All of us?
Yes.
I am.
E-
I
even
hated
though
that they
he-
broke up their relationship. Though I think Forge is the perfect should be her. It should be Storm and Forge.
So
Hey,
so just
Dan?
to play devil's advocate, there is no scenario. I mean, I understand Storm's powerful without measure, and she's an Omega level, right?
She's
Yes.
a Mega.
And Forge is definitely not an Omega level. So in raw power,
He is now.
I think we have the answer. But I think, like, is there
You-
any scenario, because Forge is a genius. So is there any scenario where he can create something to conquer Storm?
Are we going
I
Batman
don't
prep
know.
time? Is that
Yes,
what we're
he
doing?
did
Forge?
already.
He created the gun that took her powers away.
There you go.
Yeah. So I mean, we're just going right into saying Storm, but Forge has
So
beaten her
this
before,
isn't
technically.
this isn't fair for Dan because he hasn't been here for these other ones with Batman discussions. There's no prep time. This is just two people going at it. So Forge
Okay,
won't have
all right, so
time.
that's where I would push
Okay,
back.
okay, well,
That's
then
the
there you
only
go,
way.
yeah.
The only pushback I would give in support of Dan is that Forge is all prep time. Like that's his mutant power. So accidentally it's prep time. And what I mean by that is like his name is Forge, and he can take and make technological devices out of he's MacGyver, but a mutant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's his like
But
thing.
if Dorf is saying zero prep time, you're in the moment right there. You got to deal with it. I mean, it's going to be a pretty quick fight.
Right. But that's kind of what Forge does though in the moment. But you're right. But there's things it's hard because Forge is always prepared.
In the
But-
moment with other people, he'll put up a damn good fight. With
No
Storm
argument,
and her
Storm wins.
power, that's what I'm saying. Like in this one, there's no prep time, and much as he can do that and whatever. I'm sorry, bye. That's why I said it's so sad
beat him
that
in a fist fight.
that's why I said it's so sad that he went up against Storm in round one. Because he'd have beat half the people we've already passed.
Okay. It's all right. So we're gonna go with Storm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was I gotta tell you, that gave more of a conversation than I thought it was gonna happen. So there you go.
Mhm.
All right.
Because we like Forge.
I'm still trying to
Right,
figure out
man.
who the other character was from X-Men Green. I
Mirage
can't remember the
and
name. It's
Magneto.
so
So
bothered.
for my Native American people out there, they did this to you on purpose. They put all of the Native American people against Omega class mutants out the gate. Just like
Hold on, but at least they did it with
just
another.
want to get rid of y'all out the gate. Like,
But
immediately. Like, yo.
At least they did it with another oppressed people.
All right.
They
What's
did
her
it with-
Wow.
what's her name?
Whoa.
Laughing at
What's
that.
her name?
Like, yo.
Mirage. That's Mirage.
It's Mirage.
Okay. Gosh.
One of my
And what's her
favorite-
power? What's her power?
Well, it's
What's the
bipartite. It's
dude's name?
bipartisan. She can create illusions that you believe are real. She
Okay.
can really mess your head up. Like really mess
Okay.
your head up. She's also a Valkyrie.
So is there a way that she could really mess up Magneto's head, but as long as that he has that helmet, he's untouchable.
No.
Yeah, the helmet protecting
All
him.
right. That's the helmet protects him.
She's like the
Okay.
Lord of the Rings dude, the little elf dude.
The problem is
Yeah.
that she
Legolas?
couldn't beat him because
Yeah, there you go. That's that's
he wouldn't
him.
even have to use his power. They wouldn't even have he could stun her. You gotta remember he was a leader of the New Mutants and they looked up to him when they were kids. So he could like just talk to her some type of way and really have her feeling unsure about herself. Like really, he's the master of soliloquies.
All right. So we're all going with Magneto here for this one.
No
Mirage.
brainer.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, just something to think about here. Mirage has telepathy, right?
No.
She has magic. Can she
No.
magic away his helmet?
She doesn't have magic or telepathy. She does have access to some abilities as a Valkyrie. Yeah, she does actually. She
I mean,
is a
she has
Valkyrie.
magic and she's super strong. She's super strong, so she could. I mean, it looks like an uneven fight here, but I mean, I think Omega class Magneto for sure. I mean, from what we've known, but she's got a toolbox here. I mean, she can. She's not going to be easy.
I don't think it's close. I think it's over quickly.
I like how Dan,
I mean-
Dan goes on a conversation for 30 minutes and J-Rock is back with, yeah, it's not going to be easy. All right.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we're all
it's,
going to go
it's
with
Magneto.
Magneto. Of course it's Magneto. What's wrong with you?
It's always Magneto.
Okay,
I'm just worried we're
we
going to
have-
get to the end of this and it's going to be Magneto and Professor X. Who's going to win? It's going to be like,
No,
All right, who's
Professor
this,
X probably
Havoc?
doesn't make it to the end.
No, he probably won't make it to the end. Havoc, I'm assuming, right?
No, it's
Not
Phantom
Havoc.
X and
Phantom X.
Chamber.
Chamber, that's his name. Now I know that Chamber's from Generation X, right? Okay, there you go. Because I have I have like 14,000 copies of that bullshit.
He's
Okay.
the only one to watch that TV show.
I love this.
No,
love
I
this
did
shit.
not. I did not. Now, I don't think anyone watched that shit, J Rob.
I did.
What's Phantom? I know you did because you watch. Okay, anyways, what's Phantom? What's his name? Phantom what?
Phantom X.
Phantom X. What's his power?
Well, he's a weapon. All right, I guess you don't know what that means. You know how Wolverine is Weapon 10?
Yep.
He's a part of that program, like Deadpool,
Okay.
and he's one of the
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah.
He's the most advanced one to date. So he's not human. I don't know. Most recently in X-Men, he just took down a Sentinel with his 6 shooters.
Okay.
So I got to go Phantom X.
And Chamber is what? Just he opens his mouth and just blasts? Is that what
He
it is?
doesn't open his mouth; it just stays open
Oh shit!
because
Kinda like
his
Dwarf.
energy, his power is just ate away at his. He's got a hole in his chest. Little known
Kinda
fact:
like
he
Dwarf.
is related to Apocalypse. He's a distant relative, but that's where.
All right, so we could either go. All right, so Ish, you go with Phantom X instead of
X.
Dwarf, right? I'm sorry, instead of Chamber.
Yeah, I'm going
J
Phantom
Rob.
X.
J Rob.
Phantom X.
How about
I'm
you,
not,
Gordon?
I'm not real familiar with him. With Phantom X.
What's Chamber's deal? That
You're looking at it.
that's it, huh?
Got halitosis.
Sorry, ass. Yeah.
Shoots it at you.
That's
There's a
a
reason
weird
why they
thing,
don't
sir.
really use Chamber anymore.
shoots halitosis at you. Dorf,
name
I'm
is
assuming you're
Thor.
going with Weapon X.
Uh,
I mean
Weapon
Phantom X.
but for a very different reason. I like his outfit more.
That outfit is terrible, bro.
It's better than Chambers.
Phantom X's outfit is actually pretty dope. It's just this
I like
drawing
his
is
outfit.
bad. This art is bad.
But I do like that black and white. It's kind of cool, personally. Dan, I'm assuming you're going to go with Chamber because you're a fool.
No. Phantom X has got the brains, man. I think he has more than one brain, doesn't he, or something like that? He's
Yes,
got, like
2.
multiple brains or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like, I'm
And
definitely
then
going with Phantom X.
one is in Ava, his little robot. So yeah, yep. Wow. Good,
And doesn't the
good
mask
call there?
like
You're right.
even if we get later in the battles here, doesn't that mask, if I recall correctly, that Phantom X wears, it like protects him from like Jean Grey and stuff, like, you know.
And he thinks at a faster rate than everybody because he has 2 brains thinking for him, and they think independently.
Yeah.
He also, and he retains all of those thoughts though.
All right,
Yeah.
let's rein in
Yep.
let's rein in the nerd, you bunch of nerds. Who we got going on here?
This is the best one so far.
Husk with the skin.
Husk and armor.
Okay, what's Husk's deal?
She's Cannonball's sister. She rips her skin off to have hardened material body under her skin, and whatever, it's random. It's whatever's necessary to protect her from whatever she's, to
So
work
like,
I'm
with.
not
so
a
like
fan
when J
here.
Rob, when J Rob takes a shower, all that shit comes out.
Wow.
A hardened skin. And what about the other guy,
Getting deep in here.
Girl.
the girl? Jeez, Jeebus.
Caesar doesn't know how to
Armor.
tell genders in comics.
Armor, you can see that's her power. She puts this psychic armor. It's not really, we don't know what it is. But
All right.
whenever she needs it, it comes around her and it makes her stronger and protects her.
Protection.
What's her name again?
Armor.
Arm. Oh fuck! You know what?
Yeah,
All right,
Hisako.
go ahead.
If you look
How
up
about Hisako?
Husk, if you
Her
look
name
up
is
Husk's
Hisako,
power,
and the other girl's name is Paige.
Go ahead, Dan.
yeah, Husk is a shapeshifter and I think a martial artist. I think that's what Husk is, right? Like the skin comes off to shapeshift type of thing, isn't that right?
No, it comes off to give her like rock skin or iron skin
Or metal.
or metal or wood skin. It just
Yeah,
comes
I'm not-
off and gives
Not
her.
a fan.
Nope.
All right. All right, let's. This was a little tough one. Let's go with Dorf because it looks like he's off into space. Dorf, what do you think?
I'm not in space. I think in essence they're very similar in what their powers actually do. I think the fact that Husk it changes to more variety of things. I think it gives her a slight leg up as opposed to armor. But I mean, flip a coin. But I'll give it to Husk by a hair.
Okay, one Husk. Let's go about you, Ish. What do you say?
Armor is better and more popular in every way. She's the focus of Ultimate X-Men right now. She's astonishing X-Men. She's really, but I'm going Husk. And the reason why I'm going Husk, and the reason why I thought about it, I first thought I was going armor. Husk is a Guthrie, and she rolls up her sleeves and can really put in work. And armor is the young mutant who's up and coming and really still learning. Husk is a Guthrie, like she's Cannonball's sister. She's been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like she's a Guthrie. So I just think, you know, the Kentucky Southern strong, like she's gonna roll up her sleeves and give it to armor.
All right. So one Husk, one armor, and what about you, J-Rob?
Two Husks.
No, two Husks. That's
Husks.
two Husks.
Okay.
But I would just initially I would go armor, but I just had to really think like
Maybe
okay,
that's what threw me
better
off. So
every way.
what do you say, J-Rob?
I'm going Husk because she adapts for whatever that situation is.
Okay. I already know where Dan's going.
Yeah, this to me, I can't even believe we're going Husk on this. Like, I got much love and respect for you guys, but I mean, but besides the exoskeleton that armor has, she's got super strength, right? So she'll just rip apart Husk. She's got psionics. She's got all kinds. She's got a complete arsenal of weapons. I mean, she would take, even though she's got inexperience, she's got the capability. She would take Husk out in a second.
No. If Husk is adapting, you know, the skin that's, you know, after she sheds her skin, it's for whatever the situation is. I would think that she's going to, you know, not transform, but utilize something that's going to make her equipped to deal with armor. That's the only reason I said Husk. Because I think this
I'm
is
just looking at armor. Armor has energy projection, super strength, exoskeleton. I mean, it's gonna be a long day for Husk. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I mean,
she's gonna run over her.
You're not wrong, but you got to keep in mind that armor is a young girl who doesn't have. She has all those abilities, but she doesn't have that type of control over those abilities. Like it's not like I can just. I've been in the field of combat like she hasn't.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what?
Mind, that's why I said that's why for me the key was that Husk is a Guthrie. Like they came out the womb fighting. They've been fighting. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I tell you what, Dan. In your defense, it doesn't fucking matter because you lose. So we're gonna move on to.
I just want to say Dan is right though. Husk armor is better in every way.
We're gonna go with Husk. I love Dan. That's why he's on the show. All right, we have. Okay, who the fuck is this?
It's Polaris and Glob Herman.
Yeah, Polaris.
Oh. I'm sorry. Who's the second guy?
His name is
Jello Man.
Glob.
Herman. It's funny. I thought you said Glob Herman.
Glob Herman.
Okay. All right.
Glob.
What is for the people at home? What's Polaris's deal?
Stop it.
That's Magneto's kid, right?
Yeah.
She's Magneto.
All right, just Magneto. All right. And what about Blob Herman? I just might go Blob Herman just because I like that name.
Just because you want.
Because the family resemblance, Caesar.
Oh, that's funny. Hardy har har, you fucking minion. How about Dan? Dan, what are you going with?
If I say Polaris, they're gonna say Glob.
No, I was gonna say.
No one is saying anything other than Polaris.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true. If you say anything,
Glob, I think Glob is elastic, and he's got like some speed, and he's gonna get his ass handed to him by Polaris every day. She'll be asleep and beat him.
Okay. So one for listen. I'm not even gonna go through the fucking house.
It's a clean
We're all
sweep.
gonna go all
I'm gonna say
Polaris, right?
Glob.
See, see.
Just kidding. It's Polaris easily.
All right. I was gonna.
Listen, Glob is currently on the X-Men team right now, and he's the X-Men that doesn't go on missions.
What? What do you mean? What did he stay home and cook? What do you mean?
Yes, actually, he stays home and cooks. He is their
No
cook.
shit.
Literally, he cooks like for real. He does not go on missions.
So I guess he defends the homestead in case it gets attacked. Is that what it is?
Polaris has a PhD.
He's turning down the beds, bro.
All right, here we. Okay, we got Jubilee and Mystique.
I hate it. Everyone's gonna take a crap all over Jubilee, and she doesn't deserve it.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's go with Dorf. What do you think, Dorfy?
First, I have to apologize to my friend Jeremy, who is obsessed with Jubilee. She's his favorite thing in the world. I like Jubilee a lot, actually. But Mystique and her abilities and her ruthlessness and her training and her ability to fight, I just don't see it being close.
Over the nuclear reactor?
Yes.
Is that what she shoots out? Not just fireworks like the cartoon. What does she actually shoot out?
Fireworks. But J-Rob's not wrong about her potential.
But she's still, basically a nuclear reactor.
So is Gambit, both of them. But yeah,
I get it, but we're talking about a fight, and I think that in a fight, she goes down.
no argument, man. Mystique does everything Dorf says and then some, and then becomes her after she kills her. She then becomes her.
Yes, becomes her. Okay, so Dorf is going with Mystique. Ish, I'm assuming you're gonna go with Mystique.
Easy, not even close.
J-Rob.
I'm going to refer to Mystique's solo run and go with her.
Okay. Dan.
Are we?
Dan.
Is it regular Jubilee or Vampire Jubilee?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I'm playing.
He's learned how to
got the
answer
answer.
questions like J-Rob and Ish.
J-Rob's like, I want to choke this guy. No,
We gotta act like she can't kill Vampire Jubilee too.
Yeah, what difference does it make if she's vampire, fucking zombie, or mummy Jubilee? It doesn't make a damn difference.
He's probably still going to have the same selection, whether it's vampire
Yeah,
or
right. He's just gaslighting
He's just
people.
to add that piece in
You
there.
are discounting the craftiness of these Wolverine-trained adolescent women. Wolverine trained
Right.
the shit out of
Yeah,
Kitty
I mean,
Pryde and
Wolverine's gonna get
Jubilee
taught.
and Squirrel Girl. He actually really did leave them with enough skill to know, like, yo, stay away from Mystique.
All right. Now we got Colossus and Banshee. Let's go with J-Rob. You first.
Besides this, psionic or whatever, his blast and his flight, I don't know if that penetrate. It may, but I'm going Colossus.
Okay. Dan.
I'm
Before
going to
you
go
say
Banshee.
something
I got to tell you.
I don't know.
No,
Does his little does it peel his skin away? I don't know. I'm asking
that?
seriously. Does Banshee's little psionic little voice peel off the metal skin or what?
Yeah, I think Banshee's thing is not some kind of superior intellect. I mean, Ish will keep us honest, but I think it's just like a sonic scream, and he's got like flight. I don't think it's anything crazy, but I this is a personal choice. I think Colossus is. I'm not a fan. I never have been. Just dummy, big dummy.
So modern current Banshee right now, the Banshee that exists right now, is inhabited by not a spirit of vengeance, but a relative of the spirit of vengeance. I think it's like the spirit of venom or whatever the case may be. And he's essentially a Banshee Ghost Rider, the current one that exists right now. And that one would wipe the floor with Colossus, currently as he exists right now. This Banshee would get his neck snapped.
If he catches him.
If I'm correct, this Banshee doesn't actually fly. He can fly with his psionic blast and his suit. Like he doesn't have the capability of flight.
He doesn't just take off flying like levitating.
I think that his blast would be a nuisance to Colossus a little, but Colossus would destroy him.
So you guys are all telling me that once again Dan loses. All right, so we're gonna go.
But this is the
Colossus.
first time I'm shooting down to Summers. Just putting that out there.
Who's the Summers?
Who's the Summer?
Sorry,
She's not a Summer.
No, he's not. I got him confused for a second.
I even know that. I'm a fucking.
Yeah,
idiot.
I know. I screwed up. Don't leave me alone.
Dan only lost
because
this one because he picked Banshee.
Well, it's a tale of two Colossuses. You get the Rasputin who's cultured and smart and calculated, or you get the guy that just goes in smashing stuff up. So I went with my choice was the latter guy who's gonna lose. So that's fine.
Yeah. I can tell that Dan is a guy who fights for the little guys. Dan's
Here's a
one of
really little guy that he's gonna have to fight for right now.
Okay, now here's your Summers. Dorf. And speaking of Dorf, let's go with you first.
Sorry, I'm going to go with the guy with the blades who heals.
Okay. Ish.
I'm going with Havoc, easy.
Now, explain to the people at home what's Havoc's powers.
Havoc is a Summers brother, and his powers, he's essentially a walking supernova. Literally a walking supernova. And that to me, yes, Dorf isn't wrong. Like Wolverine can, in a fist fight, he beats Havoc. I don't think Havoc lets him fist fight. I just think Havoc unleashes that plasma stuff. It's the reason why Wolverine just doesn't beat Cyclops, for the same reason. Not that Cyclops never just lost to Wolverine. He just doesn't, because he blasts the hell out of him all the time. And Wolverine doesn't lose.
Are you
either,
saying that Havoc would constantly keep blasting and blasting and blasting till all you get left is
Wolverine would have to regenerate from adamantium bones? He would actually have to
from beginning, right? Because he'll be nothing but just adamantium bones and be walking around. Or
yes, but he'll keep on coming. That's
he wouldn't come. He wouldn't keep coming. That's not actually true. So, given sufficient power, Wolverine can regenerate from a single drop of blood, but it's not instantaneous.
Oh no, I didn't say instantaneous. I'm just saying
he would have to regenerate.
Yeah. No argument. But he will keep on coming. It's gonna take time.
You know what?
I'm just gonna lay there and be dead forever.
I might have to. I haven't voted in any of this because they've been clean sweeps, but I would have to agree with Ish. I think Havoc would just keep blasting him to the point where he's nothing but bones, and then fucking dump him in the ocean and see, I'll catch you in whatever. So in the immediate fight, I think Havoc would probably take it in the immediate fight. In the long run, I don't know. I mean, maybe Wolverine, because he just keeps going at it and at it and at it. Havoc doesn't regenerate. He'll take off a limb and then, all that stuff. So, but I would probably go with Havoc. What about you, Jay?
Wolverine could kill everyone that we've seen here
because of the regeneration. Right. I feel you.
Wolverine is my favorite X-Men. I will stand with it, although I agree that Havoc would tear the skin off him.
So one Wolverine, one Havoc. J-Rob?
Oh, I had the same arguments you all had. I believe Havoc flipping blows this dude's boots off, but again, the guy can regenerate from one cell. He'll be back eventually.
So what's your answer? Jesus.
Havoc.
Dad, you come back with Havoc? I know he'll blow his boots. He's going to keep regenerating and have that. It's going to be Wolfsbane. All right. So Havoc.
I should have said that.
You should have said that.
Regenerates too.
Dan?
I know it's not going to be proper. I'm going to go with Wolvie here. I mean, if you look at Havoc, he's got immunity to radiation and heat. He can fly. That's cool. He can absorb energy. That doesn't really matter because he's not going to be getting shot at with energy from Wolverine. So what does he really have? He can shoot plasma, right? And he can convert plasma. I think in an out-and-out fight, again, Wolverine wins because Wolverine will be able to take enough punches that he's going to slice and dice Havoc out of the park.
Havoc's throwing no punches though? That's the thing.
He won't get to him. He won't get to him.
Exactly.
But Wolverine always gets him. I mean, he fought the Hulk and got to him. I mean, he's going to get to him.
Not shooting supernovas at him either.
Yeah, the Hulk's not right. So you're going with Wolverine, but what you guys don't
That's
understand,
brawn on brawn.
what if Havoc was a vampire? Vampire Havoc. All right,
You know,
so
it's interesting
Wolverine's
the way
got
things are written,
adamantium.
right? Because that's a good point about him getting to the Hulk, and it's interesting the way things are written, and it's because, and this is to Dorf's credit, Wolverine's his favorite character. It's because Wolverine is a lot of people's favorite character. Because the reality is, right, if Onslaught can punch Juggernaut from Canada to New Jersey, right, the Hulk hits Wolverine and knocks him clean across the country. There is no you get back up to throw another punch. You're getting on a plane to fly back to where I'm at. In reality, it just obviously they're never writing that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, does he not have issues getting through TSA?
man, you know what, J. Rob,
Just asking.
you're an idiot.
I'm just
It's a valid
asking.
point, J. Rob. Don't let him shame you. It's a valid point.
Wait a minute. What wasn't that in one of the movies where the alarms went off or something like that when he was at the airport?
It was in X-Men 1 at the Statue of Liberty. He's walking through the metal detector, and then he shoots the blades right into the metal detector.
Right, that I knew.
Like if I could rewrite Hawk 181, I'd be that Hawk, that rampaging, angry Hawk. I'd be like, bah, leave Hawk alone, and I just smack you out of Canada. Like it's not even a fight, right? I'm busy fighting in the Wendigo.
Well, I tell you what. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be the tiebreaker of this because we have 2 Wolverines and 2 Havocs.
You said Havoc first.
Oh, I did, didn't I? All right, Prairie Meadows. Remember, keep a fucking seat nice and hot for me because I'm joining you, baby. Very soon, it seems like. Fuck. I'll take the blue pill, thank you. Listen, I'm gonna go with Havoc because Havoc, we said Wolverine will never get to him. He just won't get to him. He'll just keep blasting and blasting and blasting. Does Havoc just have the free will to just a blast? He doesn't have to regenerate anything.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have to. He's a living. He could actually go supernova and turn into a star if he just let himself.
Oh, then fuck it. Oh, well, then forget it now. I'm gonna pick Havoc. Sorry, Dorf and Dan.
Everybody,
I knew it was going that way. I still had to pick what I wanted.
By the way, for a good idea of what Wolverine and Havoc both can actually really do, given sufficient power, it'll tells about both of them. It's really dope.
All right, here we go. Psylocke, and is this Psylocke? Is that Miss Marvel?
Dazzler?
It's Dazzler.
Was that Dazzler? Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, let's go with Dan. I know you're typing in to see what Dazzler's powers are and if she's a vampire, but I'm going to go for you first so I can stop you.
I just wanted to say really quick, I'm so glad we got rid of Wolverine. It's like having Batman in a competition. I'm no offense to Dorf. It's like, yo, nobody can beat Wolverine. Nobody can beat Batman.
Right. This is why I had to shake it up because now it changes the character. Now it changes a few things with having Wolverine out. All right, I'm just saying. What do you say, Dan?
I mean, I think this is pretty simple. I mean, I don't know, what does Dazzler do? She can reuse sound and use light, right? And Psylocke has got a lot of
she's got the blade,
a lot of tools that she can do the job pretty quickly here. So it's pretty much Psylocke in my opinion.
To be fair, Dazzler could be played by Taylor Swift and have an entire army behind her.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Dazzler is.
I almost brought up the Taylor Swift comment. I didn't go with it.
I am moving the title of idiot from J-Rob, and I'm moving it right onto the very top.
What did I do?
Dazzler converts sound, all sound, every sound around her, period, into light energy. Okay. That's her power. She can be really powerful if she knew what the hell she was doing.
And Psylocke?
That Psylocke? Mm-hmm. That particular Psylocke is Kwannon Psylocke, Asian Psylocke. She's an assassin, master martial artist. She has Elizabeth Braddock Psylocke's telekinetic powers. She creates telekinetic blades. She telepathically destroys Dazzler.
Okay. So, all right. And what did you say, Dan? You said Psylocke, right?
Yeah.
And Dorf, you're going with the Swift Army?
Psylocke or Vampire Dazzler?
It's Psylocke, no question.
Okay. And J-Rob?
I'm going with Taylor Swift.
Okay.
For 100. Just
It
kidding.
doesn't matter.
Psylocke.
Doesn't matter what you say. It's not going to make a difference.
Then why would you
Sabretooth and who is that?
Sunspot? Is that Sunspot?
Isn't it? Is that
That's Sunspot.
Sunspot.
New Mutants.
Okay.
Is that Sunspot? I'm sorry, I couldn't see that.
Let's go with J-Rob. Sunspot. Now what's I'm gonna go to my professional reader. Ish, what does Sunspot do?
Almost unlimited strength when in sunlight. He absorbs solar energy and converts it into.
So at night, what does he do at night?
He uses the solar energy that he has stored.
Okay.
To do the same thing.
So he's like solar panels. He just stores the energy and uses it when he wants to. Okay.
He never uses it for super strength, like ridiculous super strength. But yeah.
All right. Let's go with why not? Let's go with you, Ish. What do you think?
So his alternate ego is Rainfire, which is almost an Omega level mutant. And long story short, it's Sunspot. Sunspot.
This fool's about to go down the fucking heritage.
Yeah, I don't want it. Sunspot beats Sabretooth.
All right. J-Rob?
Well, considering Sabretooth was a pushover and was just used to be beaten on by people, I'm going with Sunspot.
All right. Dan?
Yeah, I was going to say, if anybody would have made the case of Sabretooth over Sunspot in this situation, but then let Havoc beat Wolverine, I'd have been like, wait a minute here. Like, there's something going on here. So, like, 100% I agree with the boys that it's going to be Sunspot. Just, again, if you're going mano-y-mano in the moment, Sabretooth will be done pretty fast.
All right. Let's go with the guy who actually looks like a sun. Dorf?
You're just obsessed with the fact that my shirt is yellow.
Because it hurts my eyes. Go ahead, Dorf.
It's Sunspot, no question. I wore the shirt to match him. Jackass.
All right, here we go. Cyclops and Juggernaut. Let's go with you, Dorf.
Oh, I don't like that you picked me first.
Let's go with you, Dan. Let's go with you, Dan.
I'm going. This is going to be weird. I'm going Juggernaut.
I agree with Dan. I already knew I was going to agree with you. I already knew I was going to agree with you. I knew what you were going to say, and I was ready to agree. Nothing weird about it.
Ish.
They're coming together already.
Ish, you complete me.
Yo,
right.
now the friend request is valid. I want to resend it.
All right. J-Rob, what do you think?
I'm going Scott.
Scott. Why?
Because he has a cool visor like Geordie LaForge.
All right. You're an idiot. All right, here we go. What do you
How can you discount Geordie LaForge, man?
I was going to side with Juggernaut.
Reading Rainbow.
And now by like a hair. But now after that amazing comment by J-Rob.
Thank you.
That there was no chance that Scott was going to do anything.
All right, so because
it's Juggernaut, but again, it's what Scott can do theoretically with his blast at its max and whatever. I mean, it's going to knock Juggernaut and it's going to mess with him, whatever. But he's the Juggernaut, bitch.
I'm surprised, Ish, that you didn't say Cyclops because he would.
I don't know what Cyclops and what Juggernaut these people are reading. There is nothing. First of all, Juggernaut is currently on the X-Men under Cyclops leadership. Currently, shout out to that, props to that. There is absolutely nothing that Cyclops could do other than annoy Juggernaut.
He can recruit Spider-Man and to take off his helmet.
So if there was no Hulk, then Hulk is Juggernaut. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in here too.
218. When
Ish.
Say again?
To add to where you're going with this, every time I read a story, Cyclops facing any kind of real adversary usually gets bailed out by his team, by Jean. Like, for the supposed master tactician that he is, now he's up against Juggernaut, who I think that's magic, right? That suit is magic, isn't it?
Yeah, not the suit. It's the source of his power.
The gym.
It's the Torak.
The source of the power. Like, yeah. So I mean, I just cannot see this in any way, shape, or form a Cyclops win.
I just want people to understand.
There'd be nobody to bail him out.
The level of villain, X-Men villain that Juggernaut is. The only thing that slows him down is that he's not very intelligent. The X-Men never it always takes everything they have to even make him leave. And that's generally what happens is he leaves. They don't beat him, he leaves. Uncanny X-Men 218, he beat Rogue, all of them. You're rogues. They just wouldn't leave him alone. He's like, yo, I just want to go about my business. Leave me alone. He didn't even have the suit on. He was just in his clothes. Say, I just want to go about my business. Could y'all stop messing with me, please? As he's knocking them all over the country. Just leave me alone.
Did you just say that he's under the tutelage now of Cyclops?
Yeah, he's an X-Men, and he's on Cyclops' team.
Wow. One of these days,
Cyclops uses him too. Cyclops just in the most recent issue was so awesome. He just told the government, listen, if y'all don't leave me alone, he goes, this is what I'm capable of. He goes, what happens if I drop Juggernaut on New York City from space? Just dropping. New York State is gone. Gone. Like, gone. It's like dropping a nuclear bomb. And Juggernaut walks away.
So we have, Dorf, what's your final answer? Not the.
I said Juggernaut.
Okay, good. Because I know over there for a second, you and your twin were agreeing on that.
No, I was teasing him about his Geordie LaForge comment.
Listen,
all right, now
reading Rainbow.
Okay, now we're moving. Now we're paring down. So now what we're gonna do, because we still have a whole other side. So let's go almost in a speed round, not so much. Meaning, if I need a soliloquy of the powers, give it to me very quick and in an old man fashion, so the people at home can understand. Yeah, give it so people could just give me the 3-4 words what the power is. But we're gonna speed this up because we still have a whole other side, and we got to pare it down. So long shot versus Wolverine. Let's go, Dan.
That's Bishop.
Versus
I'm
Bishop.
sorry, Bishop. Sorry, Bishop.
Based on our earlier discussion, Bishop.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's go, J-Rob.
Long shot.
Ish.
Long shot.
Dorf.
I think long shot, but
no, but
yeah, no, it's long shot.
Bishop. He's out of there.
Okay, sorry, Dan. Let's go with Ish.
Professor X.
Okay, Professor X. Dorf.
I'm going with Professor. I have to.
Dan.
Vampire Jubilee. or Professor X.
You're right. This is the last time you're going to be in the show. J-Rob.
Oh, she can't go down without a fight. But she's out of there. Next.
That's the first Omega off the list.
I had to give her one vote.
All right, here we go. Let's go with Dorf. Summer or Storm.
Yeah, I'm very torn. I'm gonna go Storm, but I don't know why.
Rachel with the Phoenix?
With the Phoenix, or with the
I
Phoenix?
don't know. I'm asking.
Rachel hasn't had the Phoenix in a long time.
That's why I'm just asking. Is this?
You can't give her Phoenix. You could just we could give Hope Phoenix.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
All right, so then I'm sticking with my Storm, even though I don't like it.
Okay. J-Rob.
Storm.
Ish.
Storm.
Dan.
I know you want speed around. I'm conflicted here because
It's tough.
you have the daughter of Jean Grey with telekinesis. I mean, can do all these things. You got Storm, and if I think on powers, Rachel wins. I think on experience, because Ish brought up the experience component earlier, Storm wins. So I'm going to go with Rachel on sheer power, on power and ability here. But I understand why the fellas picked Storm.
Okay, so
I
you're
don't
going with
disagree
Rachel?
with you, Dan.
Dan, you're going with Rachel?
I'm going to go with Rachel.
Okay. It's a shame that you wasted so much air on something that made no difference. Because
I know. I had to get it out. I feel better now, though. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. You can sleep. You're gonna sleep like a baby. I tell you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Magneto or Phantom X. Let's go with. As a matter of fact, start with you, Dan.
me?
You're the only Dan
Magneto.
around, motherfucker.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Magneto.
J. Rob,
Magneto.
Ish,
It's tougher than it looks, but Magneto.
Dorf.
I don't think it's tougher than it looks, Magneto. But I just really want to point out the other side of the bracket is going to be garbage. Look at everyone that was on this side. Just saying.
All right, here we go. Ish,
Polaris.
Polaris. I remember that.
J. Rob, Polaris,
Polaris.
Clean sweep.
Dan. Yeah. All right, Dan. What are you gonna say?
I agree.
He's
I don't
agreeing.
need to say nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a clean sweep.
All right.
Clean
J.
sweep.
Rob.
Mystique.
Now, Mystique doesn't absorb the power; she just turns into them, right?
Yeah, she doesn't absorb them.
She doesn't.
Can't mimic
Okay,
their powers.
right. So Dorf.
I'm going to go with Mystique because she'll change it to him, but know how to fight better.
Ish.
Mystique.
Dan.
I 100% agree.
Oh, look at that.
I didn't want Colossus here in the first place. I just want to throw that out there.
That's right. That's right. I forgot all about that.
Mm.
All right, here we go. Havoc versus Sidelock, or as Abby put it in the Prairie Meadows, Sidelock. I prefer Sidelock than Sidelock. Don't worry, Abby. I would have spelled the same way too, because I'm and I collect. Let's go with Dan. Havoc or Sidelock?
I'm going Psylocke.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're not that.
I didn't think Havoc make it this far. Or yeah. I didn't think he'd make it this far.
Okay, let's go with Psylocke for Dan. Ish,
Havoc.
Dorf.
If we're saying that Wolverine wasn't going to get to Havoc, then I'm sorry. Havoc is beating Psylocke.
J. Rob.
Wolverine doesn't teleport though.
Near the Psylocke.
And Psylocke has telekinesis.
I'm going to say Havoc.
Dan, you're all for everything. All right,
I have a point of contention with this whole nuclear reactor Havoc thing. He shoots plasma. He's not a walking nuclear reactor. He shoots plasma.
No,
discs
that's
out of his-
Jubilee. He's the flipping
yeah.
Solar.
No, Havoc
solar
shoots
dude, the
plasma
solar,
discs out of his hoo-ha.
He's not solar. He's plasma, but he can go supernova. I love this one.
Yeah,
He
it's
said,
kinda
I got a
funny,
bone to pick with Havoc.
I take that back, Dan. You're not going to sleep well tonight.
Oh,
All right, let's go with Dorf.
Juggernaut.
Ish.
Juggernaut.
J. Rob. Here we go.
The jaundice eyes. It's the jaundice
What?
eyes.
Will you stop? Why you literally stole my thunder?
Yeah, I knew it was coming. He's like,
But since somebody wants to steal my thunder, I guess I got to go with Jugs because I was going with John. This guy.
Juggernaut might think he's Sinestro. Sinestro can make objects.
Because he's a yellow number 2 pencil.
It's an inside joke, Dan. We'll fill you in later. Dan, what do you think?
all right. Well, at least that makes me feel like maybe I'll come back. I don't know. You might not have me back here, but it's got to be Jugs all day.
Jugs always wins. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, what the hell's here?
Clean
What the hell's going
sweep.
on? Oh, that's right. Clean
This
sweep.
one is going to be a long shot, but
It's a long shot, but it's Professor X.
Professor X.
Are we all going with X?
Yes.
Mhm.
Dan, I didn't hear you
Yes.
because I was waiting for you to. Well, what if Professor X from 1844? All right, so
What if he fell out of his chair?
How did I know it was going to come down to this?
That's terrible. That's terrible.
This is the hardest one. Easy, the hardest one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Honestly, you think this is the hardest one?
So
Over
far,
Hope and M.
Hope and M was M is M. I mean, M was an Omega. These are both Omegas. This is the first two, both Omegas, and both have pretty much the same type of Omega power, right? Both of them are
One's just magnetism, one's the
nature,
element.
nature mastery, right?
Since you're having a hard
level
time there, Ish,
magnetism, Omega level.
we're gonna get you last. So let's go with you, J Rob.
Man.
You guys have been
Ooh.
staring at the screen for the past 5 minutes. Come on,
I
man.
know, because I'm waffling back and forth.
I'll jump in and go first
Yes,
because
yes.
they need to think. I'm going to go Magneto just because of his intelligence and his brain and the way he thinks about things and does everything. Not to say that he's going to destroy her and it's going to be so overpowering, but I have to give him the edge because of the way he uses his mind. And
I'm gonna go Storm because I'm an ally.
What? What is this?
I'm an ally.
Oh, so because Dorf took the gratuitous Jewish
Wow,
thing.
really?
You know, what's happening here now.
Not what I was
Right.
saying.
Game on that, Dorf. That was
L'chaim, J-Rob.
The Jewish connection.
Yo, the Wonder Twins have
Can I-
deactivated.
They have
They're not.
form of douche,
Yo,
form of bag.
wow, I see what's happening here.
Okay,
As
wait a minute.
we're
So
deciding.
Dwarf,
Just
Yeah.
something to think about, Caesar.
yes.
Magneto can manipulate the iron in people's blood.
Okay.
Just something to think about in this battle here.
All right.
That's the point I was going to bring up. That's why it's so hard for me, because Storm can manipulate the water in people's body.
In the air.
That's why this is so hard, because they're probably the two most refined and skilled Omega levels of the known Omega levels. That like
And
they
Magneto
can control
create
things
force fields.
on the molecular level. Go on.
Yeah, but Magneto can generate force fields, so he can protect himself from Storm and whatever she's throwing at him while he's screwing with her bloodstream.
Yeah, but she could no argument. This is dope stuff. She could actually manipulate the temperature within his body.
And then that force field.
She actually has that type of finite control. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's interesting about both of them. They're the most accomplished and skilled of the Omegas on this list, because they can actually use their power on the molecular level. They're both skilled enough to do so.
All right. So
I give her the edge because she can also use magic.
Okay, so Dorf got Magneto.
That's right. I'm taking them both down.
One Dorf. So Dorf.
I gotta go. I'm going Storm because I'm an
Dorf, okay, Storm. So Dorf got the Jewish connection. Ish, you got
I'm going
Storm. What did you
Dan's
say
going
again,
Magneto.
J-Rob?
I said Storm.
Storm. And what did you say, Dan?
I
He
gotta go
hasn't gone
Magneto.
Oh, what do you? Magneto.
Like no
I'm
one,
going
no
Magneto,
answer.
yeah.
I gotta just say here, no answer is really wrong. If you look at the most recent, very serious event that happened with the X-Men, it was Storm and Magneto combined that saved the day.
So you
They
can't tell me that.
They were working together the whole time, and it was them two combining their powers, using their powers in tandem, that actually saved and got them out of the Krakoan era unscathed.
You guys are gonna leave it up to me, because even the old folks are saying 14-14. They're
Showing
even
you there, sir.
wow. So either it's gonna be Dorf against J-Rob. Let's see.
No. Which minority are you backing?
That's what I'm saying right here. Dorf.
Extra resort.
J-Rob. I'm sticking with what I'm saying, fool. Wow. Well, I'm gonna say only because, like Ish said, there's no wrong answer here, but I'm gonna go because she's got
400 years.
I'm gonna go with Storm.
Anti-Semite.
Oh, Dorf was just waiting for it. He's just itching. Please let him say Magneto.
I knew you were gonna do it,
Storm.
and I had to.
Please let him say Storm. Anti-Semite. All right. I'm Mexican, so I can't be anti-Semite. All right, so we're gonna go with here we go. Sorry there, Dorfy. We're gonna go with the Soul Brother. All right. Polaris Mystique. Let's go with you, Dan.
Polaris.
J-Rob.
Polaris.
Anti-Semite.
I gotta give Dan his due.
Yeah.
I'm going Polaris. I'm sorry, I'm Dorf. I gotta give Dorf his Jewish person, so I'm going Polaris.
And I was gonna say she got to defend Dad, just like what got Magneto started,
Polaris.
defending his parents, avenging them.
All right. Ish.
Juggernaut.
Okay. Dorf.
Juggernaut, because he will keep coming through the blast.
Dan.
Jugs. Always Jugs.
J-Rob.
Havoc.
Of course. Havoc. I don't even know why I fucking bother asking. Here we go, gentlemen.
Storm.
Storm.
Are we all going Storm here? Oh,
Yeah.
Dan's already
not going Storm here.
Dan's already having a stroke go down there. Jesus.
I'm seriously gonna fall out of my chair here.
Dorf. Well, I'll give you a second there, Dan. Dorf.
Again, if we're going to all of the details of why they picked Storm over Magneto, of being able to control the water in his body, the temperature of his body, I mean, well, I'm sorry. No, I have to go X because she doesn't have a helmet. She doesn't have a way to stop him from getting into her head.
She does.
So-
But I based upon that, I agree. I'm not gonna. I want you to go X.
he's gonna allow you to go X there, Dorf.
No,
Very
I want
kind
you
of
to.
her.
I don't want to bring up little nitpicky things that she does. They all do.
All right.
All of his
Okay,
top
so
X-Men have. He
Two
taught how
Storm,
to avoid them.
one X. Dan, what say you?
All day. He's gonna teleport right into her brain and shut her off. In 2 seconds, it's over.
Right now, Ish is biting his lip like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, he can't do that anymore. But I understand why, and I think it's valid. He can't anymore. His top X-Men, he made sure that he they during the Krakoan era when they tried to make all the X-Men march to their death, he taught them the top ones can. Like Cyclops, I mean, his wife is Jean Grey. They all can stop Professor X from mentally.
But we've gone back and forth and said, are we talking right now? Are we talking about then? Whatever. I'm talking about, in general, the life of the characters. The majority of the time that these characters existed, he was able to do that to them.
Well, he's never done it to them, but
but he's been able to.
And the whole end of the Krakoa story was basically Professor X being brought up on charges for doing kind of nefarious things to. I mean, I think we've shown that Professor X, even though you say he can't do it, he'll do it if it's a matter of win or lose. He'll do it to win.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything nefarious. He lied and said that he did because the world was looking for a martyr. And he decided he would be the mutant martyr and take off the heat off mutants. But he actually didn't do anything nefarious. He just lied and said he did.
So long story short, we got 2 Storms and two Professors. Holy
but I do
shit.
agree with Dorf. I want to take off the table that they can't stop him from. I do want to, but they can. But I do agree that it's not fair and it should be taken off the table.
All right, I'm gonna go with. So even the old folks are saying, 15 Storm, 13X. I'm gonna go with.
Rosa
I'm gonna
Parks.
go. I'm gonna.
Remember, this is the same. This is the same Professor X that got beat up by a mob of college students. You know what I mean? Like literally, you know.
Are you really gonna pick him over Storm? He got beat up by a mob of college students. I'm gonna on that note, I'm gonna pick Storm. Sorry,
Caesar, you doubled down on it.
All right. Polaris,
Dork
Juggernaut.
wants Storm gone.
Oh,
Hold on.
He's
I want Caesar to go first now because now we have a Jewish descendant against Juggernaut.
no, but Juggernaut's Jewish as well.
What?
Juggernaut's Jewish as well.
Then Professor X is also.
Well, there you go then.
What?
Let's go with Dan.
I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Jugs.
Jugs always win. Yeah. J. Rob.
Jugs always win.
Polaris.
They both have jugs.
Show went off the fucking rail. J. Rob.
Polaris.
Harris. Ish.
Juggernaut.
Jugs.
How about you? Oh, I already know.
You, Dorf.
Dorf.
I am not choosing
I'm going
just based on my heritage.
I'm going
I
Polaris.
will go with Juggernaut.
I'm going Polaris.
Oh. No, you can't change your thing, fool.
I was just trying
Go
to be
with
helpful.
Juggernaut. Okay,
She's the
Juggernaut it
smartest
is.
one. Dr. Lorna Dane.
Ish. Hi, but she could change the molecules of the body of the water. Hi.
When did you become the doctor from The Simpsons? The scientist from The
Hi.
Simpsons?
Hi, please don't hurt me. Hi. Please don't hurt me with your
Scott.
powers.
Juggernaut.
Lightning. Juggernaut it is. J-Rod?
Storm.
Dan?
Jugs.
Dorf?
Dorf, it's on you.
I could save Storm?
Me
Is
too.
that what I'm
Dorf.
understanding right now?
Me too.
No, you already did. You already voted. I could
Way
save.
off the rails
The
here.
ball is in my court.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately going to let her go because I think Juggernaut would take her.
This became about apartheid versus the Holocaust as played
All right.
out in a superhero
Here we go.
bracket.
Speed round, people. We're gonna apartheid versus Holocaust. All right, here we go. We're dwindling down, and we're gonna. That was just one
Who's
fucking
this New
slide.
Mutant character?
Is that
So we're
Boom
gonna
Boom?
go speed round. All right, and I'm saying just names, and unless I ask a question, shut the fuck up. Here
All
we
right,
go.
Caesar, what's the name of the girl?
That's Angel, and I don't know who the fuck that is.
Boomer.
Ish. Who?
Boomer.
Boomer.
What'd you
Boom,
call me?
boom.
You son of a
Boom.
bitch?
Boom, boom, Boomer. Both of her names.
All right, Dorf.
I'm going with Boomer because Angel's stupid.
Ish.
I'm going with Angel because he's fucking death. Archangel. Death. Angel.
That's not Archangel.
That's not Archangel. Yeah.
No. If
It
that's
really
not
just
Archangel.
turns into Archangel.
But
that's
this is
not
Angel.
Archangel
This is
right
Angel.
then and there. That's just Angel.
Yeah, but Angel turns into Archangel. now.
I don't give a fuck if I turn
And
it.
Jean Grey turns into Phoenix, but it
No,
doesn't
she
mean
doesn't.
we're not-
She has to be possessed by the Phoenix. He just.
But either
turns
way,
into
okay,
Archangel.
she turns into Dark Phoenix when she's possessed. I'm not counting if they show me a picture of Dark Phoenix, I'm voting on Dark Phoenix. If they show me a picture of Jean Grey, I'm voting on Jean Grey.
Yeah, but that's like
Angel.
saying if you show me Ron Sinclair, she doesn't turn into Wolfsbane.
No, it's
But
like
those
saying,
are-
if
no,
you
that's
show
not
me
saying.
Cassius
No,
Clay,
No, Angel now
he's not
turns
Muhammad Ali yet.
to Archangel. He actually now can turn into him. His wings shut off, and they become like he doesn't just at some point in time he's Archangel. He can turn into him.
What's Boomer's powers?
She has
can
these little
shoot
explosive balls.
Orbs of
That's what I'm saying. Like it's the
mental
same
energy.
as Wolfsbane turning into or Ron Sinclair turning into Wolfsbane.
Ish. Again, you show me
I don't agree
Cassius
with that.
Clay, I'm not picking him. I'm picking Muhammad Ali when he's Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, but you're taking away half of his power set for the purpose of a bracket. You're just taking it
So
away.
fine, if you're giving me if that's Archangel and not Angel, I'm picking
Let me
Archangel.
solve this. Hang on.
Angel himself to me was a stupid
What?
character.
He's got a book.
The
When
dumbest
he
character.
came back as Archangel, it was a very different character with very different abilities and power.
Okay, let's just make him Angel.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
okay.
looking. Hey guys, I'm looking in this book here, this Jim Lee book, and on the Archangel page right here, it says that by Jim Lee, it says Archangel's a bitch.
Okay, that's nice.
He's not going to win. That.
I first of all, let me just be clear. I hate Warren Worthington III, and I'm a fan of Boomer. So for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna just go Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. You went Boomer as well, Dorf?
I went Boomer first.
Right, you went okay. AJ, J Rob,
Same.
and okay. I already got your answer there, Dan. So Boomer.
He said
it is.
Angel was a bitch. I think that answered the question.
That's what I said. I already said it. He already got his answer. Oh, look at that. We got who is that? Mr. Terrific? Who is that?
That's DC, bro.
That's Prodigy.
Okay. What's his power? Smart?
Very.
Okay. Is he like the Mr. Terrific of Marvel?
No.
I just know I don't know what Mr. Terrific's powers are. I just know he has a T on his face.
Gambit wins.
Wow. Okay,
Can
I'm not
you,
giving that.
play that in repeat?
No, this is already forever on YouTube after this show, forever. So you heard him. Dorf, you already know where you're going, right?
I'm definitely going Gambit.
J Rob,
Prodigy.
you're an idiot.
What? That was my favorite member of Bob Deep.
There's only 2 members.
Wasn't that who's the other one? CeeLo?
No,
Havoc.
Havoc, actually.
All right.
Well,
I thought
we
you
digress.
meant Mob. I thought you meant Mob Deep as in the rap group. Dan?
Havoc and Prodigy.
I don't give a. I don't. I'm
I'm going to go with a Gambit here.
okay. So Gambit it is.
He survived a round.
I tried.
Who's the one on the right?
The Stepford Cuckoos.
Really? Is that their name?
Yeah, they're like Weapon 14. They're clones.
Stepford Cuckoos. That's actually their name. Huh?
5 and 1. The Hive Mind. There are 5 of them. 5 and 1.
Oh, I would just choose them because they're fucking Stepford Cuckoos. Let's go with you, Ish.
Just give it to them. Give them their
Come
flowers.
on. Yeah, just give it.
It's
some-
hard because Shadowcat is beast. He's full on killer. I gotta go with the Cuckoos though, but man, it's tough.
What's the Cuckoo's
Really? No
power?
shit.
They're all essentially Emma Frost.
Ah. That's funny. All right, Cuckoos it is. Dorf.
They're her clones. They call themselves her daughters because they're teenagers, but they're Weapon 14. They're part of the Weapon same Deadpool program. They're clones of Emma Frost.
Gotcha.
Because they are clones of Emma Frost and what she can do. I mean, and there's 5 of them. Like it's Shadowcat's great. Bye.
Shadowcat's only power is what? To go through the like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's a ninja.
badass. And she's a ninja, right? J Rob,
The Cuckoos for 100, Alex.
Dan.
Daryl.
I mean, how did the fembots manage it in Austin Powers? What were their powers?
The Fembots.
What were the fembots? What did they do in Austin Powers? I
They
gotta
had
tell
the-
you.
They had nipple guns.
The machine gun brawls.
There you go. Right. So I don't know. I don't. I'm not. I mean, we're definitively saying these quintuplets here because there's 5 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That they have this like hive-like mind where they're like indestructible. But Kitty Pryde, time and again, Shadowcat, but that's Kitty, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Time and again has won, has saved the day. She just was the key factor in saving the day, in this whole Fall of X series. So
She was. She killed a lot of people.
I know on the surface you're going to go with the cuckoos or whatever they're called, but I'm going to go with Shadowcat.
Okay. So we're gonna go with the cuckoos because Dan's words means nothing.
I know.
I loved what Dan had to say though.
About the fembots?
No, about
No,
No one liked Dan. No one liked that point.
yeah, definitely not about the fembots. Nobody laughed. All right. Is that Multiple Man? Who's that dude?
Yeah, it's Multiple Man.
Oh shit! Look at that. And Nightcrawler. Let's go with Dan.
Nightcrawler.
J-Rob.
Kurt Wagner.
Ish.
Son of Mystique. I'm going with Multiple Man.
Dorf.
I'm keeping it blue.
Now, Ish, I'm just kind of curious. Are you saying that because there's just multiples of him and he can?
Yeah, I think that he can create hundreds of copies of himself and beat Nightcrawler to death.
To no matter, because Nightcrawler's going to have to appear somewhere.
Yeah,
right
there in order to try to take a blow, but they'll be on him like white on red.
How do you beat somebody you can't see?
Huh?
How'd that work for the Secret Service?
Yeah.
I mean, so I get it, and it's a good point. How do you beat someone you can't see? But like Nightcrawler has to run from mobs of people. He runs from them because they can overwhelm him.
Couldn't he just
Madrox the Multiple Man is a mob of people.
Okay, but hang on for a second. So you're in a fight. It's Nightcrawler and Multiple Man, right? They're starting to fight. They haven't fought yet. They're sitting there ready to fight. All Nightcrawler has to do is phase to Alpha Multiple Man and just kill him.
But how would he know?
He don't know who it is.
But it'd be too late.
When you say just kill him, it's Multiple Man isn't like a pushover.
No, but I'm saying he just teleports over to Multiple Man and maybe he phases right into his body or something and just blows him up from the inside. I mean,
I don't think he can see in there.
Because that's the whole point about Nightcrawler. He can only teleport to where he sees, right?
No.
He has to have seen it before.
He has to know where he has to know
where he is. Right.
So yes, it doesn't. He could teleport back to his house as long as he remembers the condition that his house was in. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So he doesn't teleport.
So that being said, he can't.
Kind of the opposite of what Dan was saying. He can't teleport into the body of someone,
correct,
and blow them up from the inside because he doesn't know what the makeup on the inside is, and
correct.
Whatever. But I
will just say in X-Men '97 there were scenes where Nightcrawler was phasing in to those creatures and just like ripping them.
Yeah,
he was phasing into them and ripping them. Well, I don't remember if Sentinels or those robot things, those robot creatures that were rebuilding themselves.
Oh, yeah.
What were those things?
Man, this is dumb.
Who's the guy on the right?
Who's that on the right?
Kid Omega.
Who?
It's Kid Omega.
Okay.
The only person on Earth right now who can stop the Phoenix if the Phoenix went crazy. Kid Omega. Omega level mutant.
Is that X-23?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't care if it's Joe Blow. Fool. Who do you picking? Kid Omega?
Kid Omega.
Okay. J-Rob?
Same.
Dan?
Kid Omega.
Dorf?
Yeah, I hate it, but yeah.
Yeah, I hate him. Everybody hates him.
Why?
For the same reason I hate Superman.
Yeah, he's really a annoying character.
Okay. Who we got here? We got the fuck
what's that? Not Widget. What's this dude's name? The little AI.
This one is interesting, right? Because as Dorf wants to be clear, what we're seeing is Cypher, Doug Ramsey, mixed with Warlock, not just
Warlock, yeah.
Cypher by himself.
The one on the left, you're saying?
Yes. And the one on the right is North Star.
North Star, that's what it is. So Cypher
Excuse
and
me.
Cypher is merged with Warlock. Is that what you say?
Right. Cypher by himself can beat no one.
Except for a computer.
All right.
Well, they
Ish,
did
so
do
we-
this really cool story years ago where, because he can understand every language, that he learned body language and became like the best fighter in the X-Men because of his ability to read and understand body language. But they haven't done that in a while.
Okay. So what are we thinking? Ish?
I'll pass for now. This one is tough. Because
Okay.
Warlock, I think, can beat North Star. I don't think Cypher can.
What's North Star power? He's just strong?
He's super speed.
Speed. Okay. Dan?
I will say definitely Warlock.
What's Warlock's powers?
He's a techno-organic alien that can. One, he's indestructible. He's very strong, and he can assimilate shit like
a living AI type being.
Yeah, living artificial intelligence. You know what assimilation is? Like he could take a
Mhm.
computer and absorb it into him and
Mhm.
turn it
To
into.
connect it for you like J-Rob would. He's like the Borg.
Yes.
Hmm.
That means nothing. Dorf, so who
That was lost on you.
I phased out. So what'd you say, Dorf?
I'm going to go along with them and pick the Warlock.
So are we all gonna say Warlock here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Warlock too.
Yep. I am.
I do like North Star though, but Warlock. Stop it, man. Really?
So is that Magic? And
Eye boy. Stop
who's
it.
Eye Boy? Who's that eye person?
Eye boy.
You kidding me? That's the actual name, Eye Boy?
Yeah.
It's because he really likes Apple products.
But why? What's the power for Eye Boy?
It's
Now
really
I'm
dope.
curious.
He's got eyes all over his body, but it's not just that he has eyes all over his body. He can see in every spectrum,
He
even
can see.
spectrums that we don't know exist. But so, like so.
That's disgusting. I'm living him just for the disgusting thing. Ugh,
Listen,
eyes.
not every mutant power is cool. Have you seen
You
Nightcrawler?
got that. You got that fucking right.
He's furry.
Dan, what do you say?
Okay, so Magic has astral projection, black magic, super strength, right? Psionics. I think it is not even a contest that
Yo,
Magic
Dan,
destroys this.
you just be like, okay, we're gonna give her flight. We're just gonna add
got
powers.
everything.
We're gonna list. Like, where does super strength
She's
come
got-
from?
She literally has everything.
She needs the strength to
It's
lift
gotta
that
be
sword,
Magic.
dude.
It's
And
magic.
Dude,
Dan,
I mean,
you mentioned all those things, and you didn't even mention the thigh-high leather boots.
Oh,
Come on,
and
bro.
she can teleport too. So if she wants to change, she could go home, change,
Oh,
come back, and
so
still kick the shit out of her.
Finally, he mentions her actual mutant power. Like, yo, he gives her like super strength, psionics, like all these things, and then he's like, "Oh, and she can teleport," which is her actual mutant power, by the way, teleportation.
Among others.
is anyone picking Eye Boy?
No.
No, heck no.
I like that her sword could blind him in a bunch of his eyes at once.
Caesar, I am not picking him.
I don't care.
Iceman,
Okay,
Warpath.
Nice, man.
Iceman, who's at Warpath? What is
Yes.
what is Warpath's power?
That one is Warpath. Yeah,
What's
he's
his power?
he's just Native American Wolverine, as in enhanced everything. A little bit stronger than normal person. Well, kind of a lot stronger now.
Does he
And
regenerate?
just as quickly as Ish wiped away the Native American in the first round, he's doing it again here.
I didn't wipe them away. The people who created this put all the Native Americans against Omega levels. Did you notice that every Native American, Forge was against Storm, Mirage was against Magneto,
Magneto.
and he's against Iceman. They put every Native American, for y'all Native Americans out there, we didn't do this. They did it. Whoever put this together did it. They decided to put every Native American against an
Just
Omega level.
for the record, the comic menu does not hate Native Americans.
The comic menu isn't prejudiced to
It's not a
anyone.
coincidence,
Yeah,
though.
the comic menu are not prejudiced to any race or creed. Okay, does he regenerate?
Who?
He can
Or
make
God.
clones of himself.
Who?
Iceman.
Yes.
Okay.
Warpath Thunderbird does regenerate.
So he
I
is the
see.
Native American Wolverine, just without the blades.
He's a little bit stronger, a little enhanced senses, enhanced hearing, enhanced speed. All
He's
that.
not
He's like
Canadian,
Captain
so
America,
that
but
helps.
I
amped up.
gotta tell you, Warpath doesn't get enough love.
It's because he's been dead.
When the last time you seen Warpath?
That's because he's been dead since 1972. All right. We're all gonna go Iceman, right?
Yes.
I feel so bad. Like, why did they do this?
All right, here we go. Beast and Emma.
Do we need to vote on this one?
No.
No, we're all going Emma.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Beast
No, you're not.
on that picture of Emma later. No, Emma.
Damn. Fucking no Diddy. All right, so here we go. We're all gonna go Emma.
Is it an unpopular opinion that I would think that pretty much most of the people we've seen tonight would beat Beast? I know that's really a jerky thing to say.
I think there's
What
been some
Emma's-
weak
Except
ones
for
out
maybe
there.
Sabretooth for Wolverine.
Eyeboy. I'm not picking Eyeboy over Beast.
Yeah, but fair. I give you.
What's Emma's powers again?
Can we go on to the next one?
Oh, you asshole.
She can turn into Diamond.
She
Okay.
can turn into Diamond. She also has telepathy.
Like baby Charles. Oh, excuse me.
Why is Captain Britain? I quit.
You know all
Who
these
said,
people.
hey, let's put Captain Britain in a best X-Men competition?
Who's this
someone's
guy on the
very
right?
confused.
We knew it wasn't going to be all X-Men popular or proper.
That's the cover
characters.
from the worst X-Men ever. I don't know if that's Explodey Boy, which is actually his name. Explodey Boy. I don't know. I just know Captain Britain wins.
Okay. What's Captain Britain's deal? Just strong.
He's a
Speed,
super
all that
soldier.
stuff.
Yeah, he's essentially Britain's Superman, but magically enhanced.
Okay, he would
Super
be-
strong. He can fly. He's pretty much a Superman paradigm,
Okay.
but not
we
as
all go
nearly
with,
as strong as Superman.
are we all going with Captain Britain?
Between these two,
Dan?
yeah.
But why is he on here?
I am amazed that Ish remembered friggin' Explodey Boy.
Yeah, worst X-Men ever. Explodey Boy.
That's unbelievable.
I'm surprised there's a rap star called Explodey Boy. All right, here we go.
There will be after this.
Namor or Cable? Let's go with you, Dan.
I'm ready for the shit here, but I'm going to more.
Ish?
No more.
Dorf?
I'm gonna pronounce it the way I always did and say Neymar.
Neymar?
Namor.
I thought it was Namor.
Neymar.
Neymar.
Yeah, I love Cable, but I don't think he wins in a fight against Namor.
Dorf. I mean, Dorf. Dorf Black. What do you say?
Dwarf Black, really? Wow. What the heck?
All right. Yeah,
Well,
I thought you were
Cable-
going to cancel for being an anti-Semite, but that right there did.
I'm just saying
He's
because
just making enemies out of everybody.
you're
Every
pretty
group
far
out there.
away, and it's hard for me to see over here. It goes almost like the same. I just see a little shade.
Well, Cable
Dwarf Black.
can travel back in time to when Namor was, a baby. So
Okay.
I'm going to select the first mutant.
Okay, it doesn't
The
matter.
first mutant is Namor, by the way.
Namor.
I know. I didn't say it was
No,
Cable.
I was telling Caesar because he doesn't read.
No,
Oh.
I do know. I actually do know that, fool. Believe it or not, I actually did know that. All right,
So
Phoenix.
this officially got stupid.
Because iBoy and Exploded Boy.
That
or
wasn't
whatever-
stupid enough.
That
No,
wasn't
because they
stupid
put
enough.
Phoenix on here, not Jean
Yeah.
Grey, but actually
That's not
Phoenix.
Jean Grey, which I said earlier was going to happen, but I didn't.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are we all going Phoenix
It's
here?
Phoenix.
Yeah. Bye, Rogue.
All of us. Dan, right? Oh,
Phoenix.
God. Okay. For a second there, that long pause.
So now watch. There's going to be Dark Phoenix, too.
I'm going Shatterstar.
Dorf
Yeah.
ish. I mean, J Rough.
Shatterstar.
Is that
For
Pyro?
me.
That's
Is
Pyro.
that Pyro? What do you say, Dan?
Yeah, Shatterstar.
What's his powers? What does Shatterstar do?
So it's hard to explain. He has hollow bones. He's the son of Longshot and Dazzler, but he's also Longshot's father. It's just really weird.
Sorry, I asked. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go here.
It's really weird.
That sounds. I'm not gonna say
Domino
Does
and
the
who's
sword
the one
have
with the
any
one
kind of
leg?
ability?
It's Karma.
Who's Karma?
That's Karma.
Oh, okay. On the right and Domino on the left, right?
Exian Koi Mon, Karma. And
Wow, you're
Domino
weird.
on the left.
God damn. All right. What do you pick there, Geek? Talking to you, Ish.
Yeah.
No, you're still thinking about it. All right. J Rob. Wow, this is tougher than I thought. How about you, Dan?
Not Karma. I'm not going to go with Karma on this one.
What's Karma's powers?
Like
It's psionic, but she like makes you in extremis. She fucks with you mentally and
it's
emotionally.
like illusions, right?
Really, yeah, but not more illusion, more delusion, right? Like she makes you go fucking crazy
Wow.
in extremis with emotions, like really
Okay.
in extremis. She can really fuck your head up.
Sounds like my ex-wife. Dorf.
After that description from Ish, I'm going to go with Karma.
All right. So one Domino, one Karma. J Rob.
Karma.
Ish.
So Domino's luck power is
Didn't you ever hear
ridiculous.
the phrase I'd rather be lucky than good?
It's really ridiculous. The problem is Domino loses even with it. Like she loses. I gotta go Karma.
Okay. Sorry, Dan.
I love Domino. She's my favorite. I love her.
Who the
I'm
fuck
going
is
Danger.
who?
Danger. The one on the left.
Who's that on the left?
Danger.
What's her power? She looks nutty.
Have you never seen Mimic, the movie?
She was the one that was rumored to be the villain in the Deadpool movie. Before they made it Cassandra Nova, it was Danger, and everyone was going to buy Astonishing X-Men #9 for Danger's first appearance. She was sentient. She is the Danger. Do you ever hear the X-Men's Danger Room?
Danger Room.
It was a room designed to combat all the powers of the X-Men,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so that they could train in there. She
Yeah.
was she's the living embodiment of that room.
Interesting.
And
I'm
the
gonna
other
start.
one is Magma.
I'm gonna start reading this year.
Stop, bro. Stop it.
Oh, I had to make myself laugh on that one. Who's the one on the right?
Magma, former New Mutant.
New Mutant. Yeah.
All right, who are you going with, Ish?
Danger.
Dorf?
The one who is created to be able to combat everyone she's going to fight. Danger.
Okay. Dan?
So we're asking the full capabilities of the X-Men's Danger Room versus somebody that can manipulate fire.
Okay, I guess that's my answer.
Yeah.
J-Rob?
Danger. Will Robinson. Who the flip is? Who's that? The Shadow?
No, that's you know him. They turned him into a mutant. He's like one of the oldest characters in Marvel, and they finally did from like the West, the old West, and they turn him into a mutant. I can't think of his name. Anyway, Tempest wins, but hold on, I'll tell you his name right now. I can't remember his name. He's barely ever shows up. He's not a major character at all.
It's like COVID man.
It's because he barely shows up. He's like one of the oldest characters in Marvel, and they've finally admitted he's a mutant, and he's part of the mutant lore. He's not even in the X-Men.
They didn't even tell him that they relaxed the mask.
It's Tempest though who wins.
Okay. Are we all gonna go Tempest while Ish
I'll tell you
finds
his
out
name.
the guy's name?
Yep.
The Spirit? All right.
It's like that.
All right, here we go. Lightning round, people. We went past
Boom,
the hour.
boom.
Gambit.
Boom, boom.
Okay, J Rob,
Yeah,
boom.
Boom, boom, because Gambit is never getting a vote from me.
Gambit. J-Rob is a moron.
Ish.
Gambit.
Ooh, wow. How about you, Dan?
Gambit.
That's right. Gambit made it through 2 rounds.
Cuckoos or Nightcrawler?
Cuckoos.
Dan? Are we all going cuckoos?
Cuckoos.
Yes.
Yes, Dan. You're
Got to go with
Nightcrawler.
the schoolgirl.
Ish.
Kid.
There you go.
Kid Omega.
Are we all going Kid Omega in here?
Yes.
What's his power?
Don't fuck with him.
Omega level telekinesis and telepathy.
Ish.
Iceman.
Dan.
Yeah, I gotta go Iceman. But Magic is not Omega, right?
No.
Is
Yeah,
Iceman
I
Omega?
got
Yes.
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 J Rob.
Magic.
Dorf.
The
Ice Ice Baby.
Fires and Brimstone.
What'd you say, Dorf? I didn't hear you.
I said Ice Ice Baby.
Everybody just want to pick against me, huh?
Pretty much. Ember Frost or Captain Britain Ish?
Emma.
I'm going Captain Britain.
You going with
Wow.
Emma? J Rob?
Yep.
Dorf?
I'm going Emma.
And Dan.
I gotta ask. I mean, I'm gonna go with Emma. Ish, why did you go with Captain Britain?
Because I like Emma and I think she's powerful in the mutant community, but I don't think Emma can hold her own against people like Namor or Iron Man or Thor or Captain Britain. Those type of power, I don't think Emma's even in their league. If one of at all mentally, okay, you can do stuff with their mind. If one of them punches you, you're dead.
Didn't
You can't beat Namor. Emma Frost cannot beat Namor. Emma Frost can't
He's
beat
not
Namor.
against him yet.
but
Right
the
now,
thing
she's
is,
against Captain Britain.
isn't
Who is on par with Namor and Thor.
I gotta tell you, if I remember correctly in first class, fucking Magneto almost cracked her neck when she was all glass. I mean, when she was all diamonds, wasn't it?
That's Magneto though. I just don't Emma Frost, the Stepford Cuckoos, they're just not on par with some of these. They're in the mutant community, it's one thing, and against regular people, it's another thing. But like your psychic powers, like you're not Omega level, you're not really gonna control a Namor. Captain Britain's the empowered magically to protect the entire continent of Britain. Like, what can you do against that?
That's a small continent, though.
It is.
But I get it. It's just my thought.
It's actually only a country if you want to be technical, but that's
Phoenix.
Yeah,
All right.
country, not continent, but you know what I mean.
Are we all going Phoenix here?
yes.
Yeah. Karma.
Karma. BBG.
We're all going Karma here.
Yep.
Dan.
Bird Bones, you're out of here.
Yep. You got me right, Caesar. Yeah, definitely Karma.
Yep, I got you. All right, Danger or Tempest?
Danger.
Ish.
Danger.
We're all going Danger here.
What is
Dan?
Tempest power again?
Temperature manipulation and extremists on both sides, right? Heat and cold.
Cold.
She just doesn't have Iceman's capability for cold or Magnus capability for heat.
Cuckoo's Gambit. Dan.
Cuckoos.
Gambit.
Ooh.
I'm
No,
kidding.
I'm just playing.
Please get this dude off the start, man.
I'm
Go with
kidding.
the
The
Cuckoos.
Cuckoos. I'm kidding.
Okay,
I will
wait a minute.
proudly say goodbye, Gambit.
Oh, really? So wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Dorf, you're saying Cuckoos.
Everyone said cuckoos. They were messing with J-Rob. You're behind.
Oh,
Check for the delay.
sorry. That's the last time you're on the show too. Kid, we got Kid Mohawk and Iceman. Ish.
Pink hair.
Wow. Finally, two Omegas. Another two Omegas.
Pink hair.
I heard you the 8th time, J-Rob. Thank you.
Oh, my bad.
I said ish.
Kid Omega. Kid Omega.
Okay, I know that he said pink hair. Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I hate this decision because I love Iceman, but the way they've created Kid Omega, there's not many that can really beat him. I mean, there's a very few. It kind of
Hard.
sucks, honestly.
All right, we're all going with Kid Omega.
I'm gonna go with Iceman just because I want to, even though he wouldn't win.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go to Iceman.
Too late.
Okay.
We're all going Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danger.
We're all going Danger.
Yep.
Let's think about this for a minute here. How?
What emotions?
We're gonna have to get to a place where something can beat Danger. What is it? Now I understand it's not Karma.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Kid
But Karma's
Omega,
not messing with
Phoenix.
Danger's mind.
We can't just sit there and go, Danger is a manifestation of the Danger Room. Therefore, every scenario she can play out and win. I mean,
No. I mean, X-Men have beaten the Danger Room. They beat Danger.
So, Karma's not messing with Danger's mind. That's like her power's not going to do anything there.
All right, what do you think is here?
Kid Omega.
Kid Omega.
Are we going Kid Omega all the way around?
Kid Omega beats them.
Okay.
He has multiple times.
All right, now here we go. Dan? I mean, Dorf?
I go Phoenix here.
Dan?
I'm going to go with Dorf. I agree, but then the case could be made. Well, Danger Room can beat Jean in some scenarios. So what are those scenarios?
Danger Room can't beat Phoenix.
Or Phoenix, excuse me, Phoenix. I'm sorry.
There is no scenario where the Danger Room beats the Phoenix.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I'm going with Phoenix here.
Okay, I think we're all Phoenix here.
Straight across the board.
Phoenix.
Oh boy.
Kid Omega.
You just said that Kid Omega is.
I didn't even see this one.
What he said was Kid Omega is the one who could. He didn't say would.
Could
Right,
beat
not
Phoenix,
going to.
yeah.
Could beat. I give it to Phoenix in this battle, even though Kid Omega could, hypothetically. I don't see it happen.
So the only reason why Kid Omega could be Phoenix, and that was just recently confirmed in the issue of X-Men that is coming out tomorrow, is because he is powerful enough to wield the Phoenix and potentially could woo the Phoenix too. But in sheer power, he doesn't match the Phoenix at all. The Phoenix beats Kid Omega in sheer power, period. He just was a host of the Phoenix and is powerful enough to wield it, as in to woo it away from Jean Grey. But that's it. The Phoenix is infinitely more powerful than him.
Are we all going Phoenix here?
I am.
No, I said Kid Omega.
Oh, Kid Omega. Dan?
I think that's just what I said.
It is.
It's not a wrong answer. Cyclops has Kid Omega on his team in the event. So the fear is if Cyclops gets killed for any reason, that Jean Grey is going to come back to Earth as Phoenix and just destroy shit. So he has Kid Omega on his team for the sole purpose of, if he dies, I need you as a failsafe to hopefully stop the Phoenix. That's why it's the only reason why anyone would have anyone as annoying as Kid Omega around.
All right. What do you think there, Dan?
I'm going to base my decision off sheer longevity in the MCU, and I'm going to go with Phoenix.
Okay.
But if you were to base it on the way the writers are currently writing both of these characters, a strong case would be made for Kid Omega. But just out of sheer respect for the character, I'm going to go with Phoenix.
Are we going with Phoenix here across the board?
I'm Phoenix out.
I
I'm
am.
wearing a Jean Grey outfit.
Everyone's going.
To be fair,
I know-
Dan did say Jugs overall, so
That is true.
Yeah,
Are you
and
going
I
Jugs here?
might. I'm really. I'm kind of torn here. But if I pick Phoenix, I'm still pro. I'm pro Jugs in some kind of weird way.
It's Phoenix.
Well, that was it. So Phoenix
yeah,
won
that
the
was
whole
the final
thing,
battle.
people.
Oh, that was
So-
the whole thing. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean,
the
it's-
speed
it's-
round was speedy.
Why?
Wow.
I think it shouldn't be fair for them to put Phoenix in there.
I don't right. I kind of agree. I think next time we do this, we're going to pick the supervillains versus superheroes teams because that's a little bit more fair. Because once again, you put Phoenix. I mean, she's one of the strongest ones, but it was Phoenix against Juggernaut. So think about it. So we picked Juggernaut, basically beat everyone else. Same with Phoenix. It's just
Well,
But it all
it was
depends-
luck of the
it all
draw.
de-
Right? Juggernaut didn't get put up against Magneto. He got put up
That's
against
true.
Storm, which is weird because
That's-
Storm can beat Magneto, but it's highly likely that that Juggernaut doesn't beat Magneto.
it is the luck of the draw. That's why these are
I
fun
think-
because
I think what needs to happen in the future is a couple of us need to actually do some homework together and make a bracket with characters that belong on it and in seating that makes sense. So you have things play out a way that it seems like there's a purpose.
I that might be a homework for some of you guys. No joke. Like create our own bracket of not X-Men, but we should create our own bracket of MCU. And we can pick just villains or heroes and create your own bracket because that thing we just saw, that bracket, we can customize it. And we can create anything we want. So it's something for you guys to think about for the future because Dan, listen, your first time on the show, you are fantastic. We'll bring you back on because
He's awesome.
you actually have things to say, unlike J. Rob and Dorf. You have like
I love you guys. I mean, this is a
How
lot
did
of
I
fun.
get lumped in with J Rob?
well because you guys
Joy-
are
Y'all,
like,
y'all had a race war in front of my eyes.
Caesar called J Rob Black Dwarf.
Y'all start off as twins.
Caesar did say that.
And next thing
Caesar
I know,
called J Rob
I'm an
Black
ally.
Dwarf.
And you're the only
I
one who
thought-
caught on to what Dorf was doing. Dorf was like,
I
"No,
thought Black Dwarf was an X-Men character. I accidentally misspoke. Black Dwarf. You know,
Listen.
like Black Adam, you know, Black Adam, Black
Mm-mm.
Black.
Just
Dorf-
stop saying Black
this is-
Caesar.
Dorf
Stop
didn't
saying
vote for
Black
Kitty
now.
Pryde, though. He didn't vote for Shadowcat, though.
That is true.
To his credit, he did not
Ish.
vote, not to his credit, but he didn't vote for, he left her on the table.
Well,
Ish,
I got
Polaris and Magneto.
So I'm
I
amazed.
didn't
I
vote
got
for
to throw a
Magneto
little bit
because he
of
was
props
Jewish.
here. I got to throw a
Say
little
again?
bit of props here. I mean, a lot of good conversation, but while I was looking at some of those characters trying to process who they were, it took me a minute. Ish, you were like, I mean, it's almost not to be, no pun intended, a little bit uncanny. I mean, like you just knew every one of these characters. That's amazing.
Dan, how long have you been wanting to doggone say that comment? You've been saving that comment up.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Oh, J-Rob, quit hating,
I'm
bro.
telling you.
Quit hating,
I
man.
got to throw some props out there. My
Thank you, I
buddy's
appreciate
texting me. Caesar, my buddy's texting me and he goes, this bracket really sort of looks at it like which is stronger, cosmic powers or magic powers, right? That's kind of what this turned into a little bit. I don't know.
No, he's right.
Well,
Juggernaut magic. It actually, because it did come down to that, right? Juggernaut was magic and Phoenix is cosmic, which is what it came down to.
It did, right? Because right. You're absolutely correct. And from the last time I read the book, oh, hold on.
Man, they get Native Americans dirty. We got to get flagged, man. They get
What
dirty.
heritage is Jean Grey?
It's Native American.
Tonight she is. I will say, we always have these brackets are always fun. They always bring out conversation. They always bring out controversy because J. Robin Dorf. Now the funny thing is, I always now whenever I have Dorf, I'm gonna have J. Rob. Whenever we do this bracket, because they work very well with each other. They look very alike. I mean,
Wow.
let's be honest.
Y'all
They
do.
really do. They do.
Wow.
It's the beard, the glasses.
I'm not even wearing glasses.
The girth. I mean, it's all there, man. It's all the
Yeah, y'all really do.
Look, I gotta put this race thing down though. I have been rocking this the entire show.
I have no idea what that is.
What is it?
Look at the
Is that
ring.
the Black Panther ring?
Native
Is
American
that
ring?
is that a promise ring? Are you
That's
saving
Black
yourself,
Panther.
Dorf?
No, I'm not.
A Black
And I'm
Panther.
wearing my,
Oh,
my
I see
Black Panther Invicta watch. I am a supporter of all.
I feel like he just said I have a black kid.
Mm.
I feel like that. I feel like that just happened.
No,
No,
you do
it's
it.
not. No,
Wearing that ring is the equivalent of being, what was this, Thomas C. Howell in Soul Man.
He's like
Thomas Howell.
He's in New
Or
York.
whatever his
Walks
name
into my
is. Thomas
Queensbridge,
Howell,
he's
man.
or
"Yo, it's okay."
something like that.
He's okay. My friend J. Rob said I'm an ally. Keep the ring, bro.
I'm an ally.
Keep the ring.
Oh man, you
What?
guys are idiots.
I
Hey,
do not
Nick,
condone
appreciate
the
it, Nick.
comments by these individuals.
I'm glad you enjoyed the show, Nick.
Yo,
Once again-
you were really dope, Dan. It was really good to meet you, man.
Same.
No, I
Dan-
appreciate it.
I just
I've
don't
actually
understand
listened
how
to the
they
show
felt
plenty of
like-
times.
Like Thunderbird should be compared to put next to Iceman.
There were some stupid matchups in there.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's
Listen.
put Raj next to Magneto.
I'm not kidding, gentlemen. We should create. Not we. You guys should create. You fucking nerds should create the brackets, and then we can go based on nerd and nerd, and then we got
Who
some.
did this, though? Who took this whole?
I will
list
I
out
will
of
die on the
everything
hill. I
out
will
there?
die on the hill that Colossus sucks. I will die on that hill.
So he doesn't. But
I can't.
I'm just trying to figure out of everything, all the people on this list, who said, "Hey, let's just throw iBoy in there. Let's just, this list needs an iBoy."
I don't understand why Explodey Boy was on there and Morph wasn't.
Man.
Oh, more. Okay, that brings up a good question. I know we're going really long, but who missed in this bracket? Who was missing?
Everybody.
A whole bunch of people. Yeah.
Come on,
Like
you got Exploding
everybody.
Boy.
So many important people were missed. If you're just saying straight X-Men, tons of important people were missed. And you got Exploding Boy.
All right, this is fun, guys. We're gonna do this
They
again.
blew it
Most
with
definitely.
Explodey Boy.
We'll do this again. Most definite. I do like this. I'd like to sometimes mix it up. Maybe next time we'll add one more head, in the mix. But it's always fun to get into it with you guys, especially with the Uber nerds. I love it because they bring up meaning the Ish and the Dans, and I'm not going to count J. Robin Dorf. They bring up stuff that makes you really wonder. If they're technically in the story going on now, he could you bring up shit that we're like, well, wait a minute. You know what? I might have to change my vote based on what
that
Nerd
was
one
a
and
compliment
Nerd
to
two
you. That was a compliment to you. Went, what are you really thinking about? The minute you turned me into Ned Flanders, it was no longer a compliment.
No. Heidi ho, Neighborino. Trust me. It was fun, and I appreciate you guys very much. Next week will be I don't know who we're gonna have on, but it will be the day before I take off to MegaCon.
Woo.
MegaCon's happening next week already, and I will be there, healthy, and looking forward to it. And it's beyond. So in case many of you guys don't know, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to do the horn. Let's start with you, Dorf. So you got some stuff going on. Where can we find you? What do you got going on? What's up?
So again, I'm still a few weeks away from my big news, my big announcement that I'm really looking forward to. And that news will be dropped here on the Comic Menu podcast. So that's when you guys will hear about it first. But you can find me on Facebook. Dorf, very easy. I'm in Comic Buy Sell Trade, 34,000 members. I'm one of the moderators in there. I am an admin in Ramen Reserves group, D&D's Pop Culture Smash group. So I'm all over Facebook. You can find me. I help hunt down books for people. I have books for sale. I can help with pretty much anything. I've hooked J. Rob up with some stuff he was looking for. Always happy to help. Caesar too. So
Yep.
Hit me up if you need anything.
I concur. Dorf is a really good guy. He'll help you find some books if you're having some hard time finding it. Let's go to J. Rob, who normally has nothing to say. Go ahead, Dorf. Go ahead, J. Rob.
You can catch me here when I'm here. Besides that, I'm just everywhere else.
Man, you're the worst.
Thanks for having me.
You got it, man. Dan, where can we find you, my friend?
Hey, first of all, I appreciate you having me on. You guys are great. I just want to let you know I'm active on Instagram. That's pretty much where you're going to find me. Tree City Comics. Every Wednesday, I'm posting what I'm reading. I summarize what I'm reading and I write about it, so you can see me my posts on Wednesday. And then throughout the week, I'm just putting memes and always buying books, sometimes selling books. I'm a way better buyer than seller. And, I'd love to connect with you more online on Instagram.
Yeah. Go ahead and follow this guy. Dan, you should go and follow Ish. He's also on Instagram. And you could also follow his page, Comic Sense, COMIX SENS. He's gonna do his spiel right now. But Dan, I vouch for Dan. Dan has become a very, very good friend of mine. We talk offline, and he's one of the good ones in this community. All right, Ish, what you got going, my man?
I'm trying to find Dan.
Tree City Comics.
He's right there.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying on Instagram.
Yo,
y'all know what time it is. Issue X, Comic Sense, Robin Hood of the Unfair Market. I need you to check us out on Facebook at COMIXSENSE. That's the page. That's the group. You can check me out on Instagram at ISHUE.X, Issue X, or Comic Sense with an X on Instagram as well. Listen, Saturday, February 1st, I got to do this little promotion. Comic Sense is doing our very big third annual Specking Spidey 3 live sales stream. Obviously, y'all know Comic Sense, you know what we do. We bring you the best value on the unfair market with a full-fledged middle finger to the unfair market. We are going to have everything. I think we're down as low as ASM 20 through the straight run to current. We have available penny Parkers on the dollar. That is pennies on the dollar. Penny Parkers on it. Y'all don't know what we do. Find a page, join the group, check out our Tuesday #AllInSpec live streams, where we give you deals of the week, 50% off, 2 for the price of 1 on new books, keys, specs, #1 issues. If you're looking for your every issue of Batman or Miles Morales, by all means, check your local comic shop. You're looking to find recession-proof investment books, new books, keys, and specs. Comic Sense. #AllInSpec. #1 issues, first cover appearance, first full appearances. It's what we do. Issue X, Robin Hood's on Unfair Market. Shout out to y'all.
Boom. Ish, the best in the biz when it comes to glowing everyone up, including himself, because he absolutely deserves it. All right, party people. You know where to find me here every Tuesday, myself and Dell. Like I said, Dell's taking the rest of the month off, and most likely we'll be taking the month of February off as well. So it'll just be me and bringing you content like this. It's pretty fun. I have the option to do it and run the show, and it's fun. I miss Dell, Dell's quirkiness and his mispronunciation of words, but he'll be back. Don't worry about it. He'll definitely be back on our side. You can find me on Instagram by the Rio Dracula's Wolf. That's right. I'm doing some reels. So if you
I already follow you, Tree City Comics.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Can
So
I
if
say
you want a reel by me,
Appreciate you
and
very
you want a
much. Thank you.
promo, and you're looking for something, make sure you look me up.
Before you go, I just want to say something.
Yes. Say it,
He's
fool.
giving you the. He's
Oh
giving
yeah.
you the
So
floor.
listen up, Comic Menu Podcast community. Every Tuesday, they bring dope. I mean, I'm on the show. Dorf's on the show. Shout out to Del Guzman. We got Dan on the show, J Rob. Every Tuesday, they bring you dope content. Sometimes you'll see artists, sometimes you'll see writers, sometimes you'll see creators. What I need you to do is I need you to pay that forward because they don't have to do that, but they do it. And when I say consistency is key, consistently for some years now. It's the reason why they have 70, 80,000 people following the page. I need you to take the time, go over to the YouTube page, click a thumbs up, press play, watch it for a couple seconds, give them the props that they need, grow this channel on YouTube, grow this channel, follow Culinary Comics, follow the Comic Menu Podcast on Instagram. I need y'all to do that. If this is your first time here, don't let it be your last time here. If you come here every week and you're watching through any other format, go over to the YouTube. Take 5 seconds out of your life, click play. Let it play for 3 seconds. Click a thumbs up, click a thumbs down, like, subscribe, follow the page. Do that. And follow everybody here. Follow everybody who comes on and contributes. Go find Dorf, follow him. Go find Tree City Comics on Instagram, follow him. You don't got to follow J-Rob. But I'm just kidding. J-Rob's dope. Really dope. He's the type of person, he's much like Dorf in his community. These are people you want to know. Really, these are people you want to know. If you're looking for something, they will help you find it. Caesar is that dude. So please, man, just go over to the page. Ladies, gentlemen, go over to the YouTube page. Thumbs up.
Don't confuse them. Don't confuse them, though. I mean, they're very similar,
right?
But just don't confuse those two.
It's hard to tell them apart.
Abby, don't worry.
Like Dorf, J-Rob. So
Abby, once again, wow, so much for that. Abby, don't worry about it. I know things happen at the nursing home. You're more than welcome to always bounce in and out. We love you guys for always joining us every Tuesday and all that stuff. So that being said, gentlemen, ladies, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Don't know what's going on. We'll play it by ear, and it's going to be a weird month next month because of MegaCon, a lot of stuff. And actually, when we get back, we'll probably talk about MegaCon because it's going to be a wild one. There's always some kind of drama going on over there every single time. So once again, I appreciate you guys, and that's it. Peace.